You want to know why you and I are actually like the perfect people to be doing this tier list?
Why?
Because do you remember how we were like the hosts and judges for like one of the most epic and amazing One Piece debate events of all time?
Yes, I do. It was so
Yeah,
cool.
the Foxy games were so great. And
Dude,
I
those
think
are
it's
so
kind
good.
yeah, and I think
You
what's great is
know,
a
I
lot of these
had to
characters were here.
judge. Dude, I judged so many debate tournaments and I fucking hated them. They're terrible. I love the one where the host just basically admitted, yeah, I rigged this so I could win. Also, I'm participating even though I'm the host.
Yeah.
That
Like
one popped off.
you see, what's great about the Foxy games is that like we were just outwardly corrupt and said, yeah, you can buy us off with fake amino money.
Oh, we did say that. Yeah, or just the fact that we're like, if you give a funny enough argument, we might just let you win.
I think I remember Sanjiro made one where it's like some guy was using Aaron as their like outer verse character or whatever, and then he had Monette, and he just said like well Monette's snow but like rush around and like blind him because when snow gets in your eyes you want to like cover your eyes and then they'll distract Aaron and then she gets stabbed him in the throat.
Yeah, those were funny.
Yeah, all
I
right.
think the unique thing is this probably isn't clear when we record it. I care so little about actual power scaling. Like I don't give a shit.
No, don't say that. We're professionals.
But
We're really
yeah,
good
it's
at
true.
this.
I'm a professional who doesn't care. It's just so hard to give a shit.
No, it's super important for the narrative in so many ways. The narrative wants you to power scale.
The narrative wants you to understand that Kizaru is stronger than page one. That is true. I will give you that. But like, does the narrative give a shit if you argue about Dofi versus Cracker for the rest of your life? No, the narrative doesn't care.
But isn't it such an interesting question?
It is. You know, it's not an interesting question though. Shanks versus Mihawk.
Unironically true.
The story doesn't even like ask you to compare them because they've been appearing a lot recently, and none of it has anything to do with each other.
It's like the
Shanks is
nothing
out trying to find
about
the fucking One Piece and beating up Kid, and Mihawk is busy getting tricked into having a redemption arc through Buggy.
like it's like nothing about the Miyagi vs. Shanks debate has changed at all in like the past like 2 decades.
Oh,
But
it's
that just
so
doesn't
fucking
stop
awesome.
people. It doesn't stop people. Like every time someone just mentions, "Oh, Mihawk's the greatest swordsman," or "He has the greatest sword skill," they act like this is some great turning point in the debate. Like, "Oh my
I
god, guys,
know.
we just confirmed that Mihawk has greater sword skills than Shanks." It's not like his title like implicitly implies that already or anything.
Or the fact that like every time we get a new sword user, people are like, yet another character Mihawk is stronger than. If you're pro Mihawk, if you're anti Mihawk, you say, oh look, another swordsman that might be stronger than Mihawk, debunking his title, and it's like I hate you both.
And I remember when Big Mom
Wars.
I remember when Big Mom came out, she used like the Ikaku sovereignty. It was like she's a swordsman. She's using techniques. Special. She's stronger than Mihawk. It's like, oh, well, actually, I don't think I think she's strong. I think she's not stronger than Mihawk. I
It's
think
not
she's not.
swordsmanship. All she needs is a long stick. It doesn't have to be a sword. She can do it with an axe. I fucking love it. It's so stupid. It makes me hate so many One Piece fans.
Yeah, we're the type of people that can enjoy our anger, aren't we?
Yes, it makes me happy. It's so bad.
All right, let's get this actually started.
Oh,
We're
I'm so
saying
ready.
we're calling this mid tiers, but like I guess they're technically high tiers or whatever, just because the story's so long at this point.
In the
But mid tier
grand
is funny.
scale of things,
Yeah.
no, like within like what we're gonna be doing going on, this is like mid tier shit. But yeah, in the grand scale of the story, yes, Jack could obliterate like most of the four C's on his own.
Yeah. Speaking of Jack, he's gonna go in Jack level because he's gonna be our little gatekeeper for
Also, you should
high tier,
share
I
your
guess.
screen.
Oh right, yeah, I have to do that.
Yes.
Share my screen. Go live.
Yeah,
Here we go. Hey, Jackson. All right, now time for you to listen to my insane Jack rant for the third time.
I'm getting
All
real sick of it, Puff, because
right.
I could do it in like half the time.
Every single Jack debate I've ever seen always ends in one of two ways. Either Jack gets demolished or Jack gets beat up for 4 days until the other guy runs out of stamina. And this is because endurance is the only thing Jack has going for him. He's just an HP bar. Granted, he's stronger than Inuarashi and Nekomamushi if we ignore their two long forms. However, every time Jack gets an opportunity to fight, it's just another opportunity to embarrass himself. He failed to one-shot an old man civilian Monkey Mink. Let that sink in. This isn't a musketeer, he's a civilian. And he says Jack ain't all that. Jack didn't just fail to one-shot him, it looked like he failed to even hurt him at all. In a period where the monster trio are well beyond the point of casually defeating Pacifista in one hit, which are major tanks, Jack can't take down a senior citizen, which is just
That
hilariously
monkey
stupid.
could beat a pacifista, Puff. That's an invalid argument. They're
Sure,
all
okay.
warriors. They're all warriors. Therefore, that poor fuck could beat a pacifista.
All the toddler minks can kill a Pacifista by the time they turn
No,
4.
he's old, so he can do it. He's been around for a while, okay?
But Puff, I don't trust Jack to rescue Doflamingo from Fujito and Sengoku. Shut up, he failed. He failed. And also, it's a
Also,
naval battle.
as we pointed out, it was a naval battle, meaning Kaido didn't believe in Jack's strengths. He believed in Jack's abilities in a naval combat setting.
Jack the Chess King. Sure, Jack can fight for 5 days straight, but only against people weaker than him. Jinbei and Ace were also able to fight for 5 days straight, and they have way more merits than just good endurance. And then, but those those parallels are dumb. They're never one to one. Sure, they're like Yonko crews are kind of analogous to each other, especially Big Mom and Kaido's. But like
Mm-hmm.
again, I am Cracker is like so much insanely more impressive than Jack. It's like hilarious because like I
And
remember
also,
like people thought like Luffy was like Marco level at the end of Fishman Island, but like Cracker was the one who like put into perspective was like, okay, Luffy's not there yet. He's not that great. Cracker like
no,
single-handedly made
and,
the fan base respect commander level
no,
characters,
but Puff,
and
you know
then
what
Jack
else?
is just
He
dragging him through the mud.
no,
He's lowering the bar so
because
much.
Puff, do you remember what else Cracker did?
Besides
Cracker
bully
Well,
Luffy.
not well. Cracker, through making Commander seem really strong, second-handedly made for a long time the fan base all unanimously agree that Arouge is the strongest Supernova.
That is
And
true.
he beat Commander, and for a
Yeah,
while we're like, that's the best feat any of them have.
yeah. I remember like it came out like really said, Kid, Apu, Hawkins, they all failed to get anywhere in our territory. But that Orochi guy, he was pretty strong. He beat Snacks. Like
Yeah, that's
whoa.
like Arouge beat Stack. I'm like, wait, Arouge beat a Commander? Holy shit!
Yeah, it's great. I can't wait for Tarouge to come back and show how strong he must be to be Commander
Oh,
Stacks.
I wonder how strong Arouge is right now. That is such an amazing. Okay, and then also like Cracker can block Gear Two attacks, cut through Gear Two armament, can make so many fucking
You mean
soldiers.
Gear 4?
Oh yeah. Well, you got the Gear Two, but yeah, Gear Four. He can block Gear Four and cut Gear Four with all of his dumb little soldiers, which he has like a billion of.
Yeah. I mean,
So, yeah,
granted he's like a glass cannon, but like
yeah,
still I would
and he has
in
armor.
like 99% of fights, like I would bet on Cracker instead of Jack, no matter who they're fighting.
Yeah, no, Cracker is just like insanely versatile and just more impressive.
Yeah. Like could Jack even like hurt Gear 4 Luffy? Could he?
Hurt him? Probably. Like, he could probably cut him. Now,
I
here's the
guess
real
so.
question, Puff. Could Jack break through the crackers?
Um, there's literally nothing you could say that would support him doing so, other than I really want him to. And don't get me wrong, I'm the biggest Jack fan on the planet. Like I unironically love him. He's adorable. He's the cutest guy, but it's so not great. He just gets
No,
bullied at every turn in the story.
it was immensely funny to imagine Jack just can't break the crackers.
It's like, whoa, he's so strong. His armament is insane.
Okay, Puff, but to be fair, the idea that Jack can't even beat, like, a random cracker soldier is really fucking funny. Like, it doesn't even have cracker in it, it's just one of his goons.
he doesn't even realize that Cracker is like this little guy hiding inside who can make 100 soldiers. She's just like, oh, he's an amazing swordsman. Oh, his armament's amazing. That biscuit
It's
armor is so
really
tough.
funny. All right, who's next? Okay, Pacifista.
Pacifista just to drop in Pacifista
Benchmark.
tier. Yep.
Yeah.
And then we got Hordy Jones and his little friend Octopus,
Drugged
who,
up Hody. Yeah.
yeah, who are good and just like go here somewhere, I
Yeah,
guess.
probably. We'll
Because
move
like
around if we have to.
the thing is like these guys are way above Pacifista because Luffy can one shot this in Gear 2, and in Gear 2 like he tried to hit the Octopus guy blocked it, even managed to like poison Luffy at the same
And
time.
Hody was able to take multiple Gear 2 hits.
Yeah, and like this was like before the drugs, at least the Octopus guy. So like after the drugs, like all right, he's pretty cracked up now. Like they're literally cracked up.
Yeah. So like and like being able to eat multiple Gear 2 hits is like that's a decent tank.
Yeah,
Like
yeah.
that's decent durability.
Compared to some of the other creatures we're gonna put on this list, it definitely is.
Also,
Especially if you want to get the elephant Gatling in there.
okay, well to be fair, that beat Hody. Also,
Yeah.
here's a fun one. Hody was able to injure Luffy so bad that he almost bled to death.
Yeah, Katakuri didn't do that.
Well,
I'm just saying. I'm just saying.
it was a good bite. He went through his armament, baby. Puff, I am thinking of really stupid ways I could rank Hody above certain characters now.
Dude, Hodi's attack potency is above Katakuri because Katakuri didn't make Luffy bleed
No,
out.
no, we'll get to other characters that I can compare him to, and they'll be funnier. All right, base Hody and base
Oh.
Arlong.
Alright, base Hody, like maybe he wanna make it to Moria. He doesn't seem
I
like
think
that great.
I think he could beat Lucci. I believe in him.
Yeah, I mean I could believe it. I guess so.
I like to imagine that one of the top Fishman Island soldiers wouldn't lose to literally 3 times skip Luffy.
I mean, like then again, like if Hody like in his base form was like as good as the Octopus guy here, he probably definitely could beat
I
like
think he would, but I
Gildish, or
do
even
think
like be
the
above the
Emperor.
Pacifista here,
Yeah,
like
but
probably.
I think you could make the argument that base Hody was weaker than base Octopus, and
Yeah,
the
that's
only
fair.
reason drug Hody is stronger is because he ate way more drugs.
Although the argument that like Octopus guy like in this form is stronger than Hody is that like both their hairs went white, so they both like ate like max level drugs or whatever. But like I'm pretty sure Hody
Hody
ate a
ate
lot
so
more.
much.
Like
Dude,
Hody was
Hody was
popping them by
fucking
the
dying.
handful.
No,
by the
Hody was eating so fucking many. Yeah, Hody could maybe beat a pacifista. I don't know, but I think he'd beat fucking Lucci. And then Arlong is just here so we can make fun of Arlong.
Yeah, like because some people still think that Arlong's stronger than Hody without drugs, which I kind of get why you'd get that impression because you don't like
If
Hody,
you're
you think
dumb,
he's lame. He got one shot by Zoro, but like so would Arlong at that point.
because
Like
it's like the best example is Hody's sharp grip technique can destroy an entire wall, whereas Arlong's big, scary, stone-breaking feat was he bit a pillar.
yeah, like he was talking himself up like I can bite pillars with my teeth. Brah. And also Usopp like directly compares him. He's like, I don't think Hody's that strong. Or, I don't think Arlong's that strong after he sees Hody destroy the ball with his
Yeah.
hands.
Or like Arlong's most impressive strength feat is being able to pick up a house, and
Yeah.
he was like struggling. And I can say with relative confidence that Hody's pinch technique is a little more impressive than picking up the reedy old houses.
Nah, it is definitely. All right, and then we got Surame, the octopus, who can
Um,
take multiple attacks from the monster trio. So like
I
he's
mean,
pretty great.
technically, the only one that was a direct hit was Luffy's Gear 3.
I mean, yeah, that's true, but he's got like 8 tentacles, so he can block them 8 times at least.
Hell yeah. And just, he's very large.
Yeah, I mean he's weaker than Hody because like he's scared of him or whatever. But like
I
yeah,
mean, well, Puff, Devil's Advocate, Hody was holding his sibling captive, but then it's like, well, his sibling is probably just as big as him, right?
yeah,
And if he's holding his sibling captive, that kind of implies.
yeah. All right, Fisher Tiger is one of those characters that like it seems like they should be a lot stronger depending on like where they are in the
Yeah,
story and all
because
that.
Fisher Tiger has 2 feats. Feat 1, broke into Marie's and freed a bunch of
Oh
slaves.
my
That's fucking
god, he's
insane.
like Revolutionary Army Commander tier. Oh my god!
Two got gunned down by a what was he? He wasn't even a vice admiral.
A rear admiral. It was Rear Admiral
Fucking
Strawberry.
rear admiral.
Rear Admiral
by,
Strawberry.
by a rear admiral with some random mooks.
And like, granted, it was like a surprise attack, but like, still, he was in like the fight of his life against a Rear Admiral in a few moves.
Yeah, and I yeah, because it's like I feel like just to be like generous, because like you and I talked about this, if Tiger had another flashback, odds are he would probably fall on the stronger end than the weaker end.
Yeah, like I imagine, like, because he's Jinbei's mentor. He pulled off this insane thing in Mary Joa, which, like, the more we learn about Mary Joa, the harder it seems to believe because there's God's Knights, there's CP0. Like, if Tiger even encountered like one of these random goons and managed to get away, that should put him like
Like,
above here.
I mean, that makes him wobble tier.
I guess so. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, point
I,
taken.
no, I think just to be like fair, we should put him above a pacifista because what he did is like so fucking insane.
Yeah, I mean he's a good rock climber at least.
In a pinch grip. Oh my god. All right. Yeah. That.
And we
All
got
right.
Aladdin, who's the strongest fishman
Aladdin.
so far because he clashed with Oven and did
Well,
nothing else.
actually, you know what is a real thing that he holds?
What's a real
He's
thing?
the strongest merman,
Oh, cool.
probably. Because
Ah,
it's
that's
either
new.
him or Fukaboshi or Neptune, and Neptune's old.
I
And
mean, I remember
Fukaboshi
Neptune like
lost
did this.
fucking Arlong. Not
Yeah,
Arlong, Hody.
yeah. I do remember like Neptune did this one big like thing, like water technique, which seemed kind of impressive, but like not that doesn't good. That's not gonna
Well,
land him above Hody at
well,
all. He's
also
gonna be like
with
an A
Neptune,
tier.
like the implication is like he's out of his prime.
Yeah. Like I remember he like literally like breaks his back doing it's like
Yeah.
back.
So maybe like back in the day, Neptune was like an absolute Chad, but not anymore.
Yeah, like, and it seems like high considering Aladdin has done almost next to nothing. But like, all we can really go on is he clashed with Oven, and Oven's gonna land pretty high on
Not
this
only
list.
did he
So
clash with okay, clashing doesn't mean shit, but it's implied he was in a semi-prolonged fight with Oven because he was holding him off.
yeah, and in
Like, you know,
fact, like kind of like in a unfavorable position because like Oven is like really good at fighting people in water.
yeah. So yeah, like that's good for Aladdin. That's something, or it's Aladdin. That's how it's said. I
Yeah.
assume to duck copyright.
All right, and then we have the Scabbards, and
Neko and
these
Inu.
Neko and Inu are gonna
I
go
think
straight to better feats than Jack. Straight
because
up, they're just stronger with Sulong.
because Inu's one-on-one fight in Wano was against Jack, and he won.
Yeah,
Like
just
that's pretty cut and dry.
yeah, like you don't like. I guess like if you want to be like an edgy scalarman, you could like, well, Jack was injured and Inarashi wasn't as injured.
Fucking tired, dog. He fought Kaido.
Well, like Jack had to fight like a 30 million Sulong minks. He did, including Inu and Neku.
But I feel like just like they beat Jack. That's pretty. Well, Puff. Actually, if we're going feat wise, you should probably put Inu higher because he beat someone more impressive.
I guess so.
Could Jack break a pair of Sparrow's candy?
I can't. You can't prove it. You can't
Candy
prove it.
can't.
You literally
He,
can't prove it.
dude, the fact that a Monday can means Jack definitely fucking can.
All
Yeah, poor
right.
fucking Jack. All right,
And we
as
got
the
this.
Scabbards.
Yeah, the rest of the scabs are just gonna like pretty much go together.
They all fought Kaido, and that's very impressive. Some took hits from Dragon Kaido, which is not insane, but still cool. And that's neat. Like Izo was also a commander on Whitebeard's crew and was one of the more prominent ones. Like, so that's something. And also Conjuro, his power's fucking insane. If we include his heat demon form,
Oh
he
yeah.
is a fucking menace.
Yeah. Like it's a very versatile power and like on top of that like he should have like the same like Ryu as the rest. Like maybe not as good at melee combat cuz he did like lose to Okiku and Kinemon, but like he's a tricky little
Mm-hmm.
guy.
Yeah. Now, also, one technical slight against Keen that I think I can defend is: did Law technically blitz him? Yes. However, Kinemon is a fucking idiot who kind of doesn't know how Devil Fruit powers work.
That is true.
So, in all fairness, if he knew what was going to happen going in, he probably would not have gotten obliterated that
Yeah.
quickly.
All right, so I guess let's just summarize. He's here because he fought Jack briefly, and Jack's like a Jack level baby. Really versatile, and also like he remember that like 1,000 arrows attack he did. That was pretty
Oh yeah, that's
great.
pretty cool.
He's a
Like he
Wiper
was able,
Commander.
like, when he fought like a couple of the scabbards all at once, and he lost, but he was able to put up a fight.
Yeah. Oh, and I remember like he even made like these headless swordsmen, so like he can just make like a small little army for himself. That's helpful.
Yeah.
And then also Izu, Wiper Commander, killed a member of CP0 or like tied with one. Kinemon and they just seem like relatively equal, but Kinemon's higher because he can cut fire and real good.
Oh yeah. He caught the
Kawamatsu,
last breath,
yeah, Kawamatsu doesn't do anything like particularly impressive, but like hey, he's got the Fishman karate and
and
stuff.
he
And
got
then
bodied by Dragon Kaito, which is something, I guess. Kiku lost an arm. Oops. And Raizo is just like he's a ninja, not a samurai. So
I mean, I guess like it's not like a real big slight against Kiku. It's just that she doesn't do a whole lot.
it's literally just she has the least impressive out of all the main warriors.
Yeah, like I mean, she did beat Conjure, but like Conjure was like playing dead, and also like it was a bunch of them at once he had to fight.
Yeah.
And then yeah,
He, yeah. All right. And then
Momo,
Momo.
who can probably fumble his way into a victory fighting Jack.
Okay. The way like Momo could probably beat Jack like 1 in 10 times, which is hilarious. The reason for that
Just spams blast breath.
is
Just
just
spam it.
his mythical zone combined with his age boosting just makes him so fucking strong. He's able to bite Kaido and make him say "ow," which is funny. He has enough flame cloud control to do what he did to Onigashima, and he has blast breath, which is a good attack.
Yeah, like sure, like he's not a like he's literally an amateur fighter, but like imagine like you're playing a fighting game. How would like a moderately good player do against someone who had like 20 times the HP bar and did like 10 times as much damage?
It's like you're playing Smash Bros, but the guy you're up against can spam his final smash. It's like, oh, the fucking phone.
Orochi, who probably would not make it to Moria. He's just a big guy with lizard
I think
heads.
he could beat Arlong because he's from Wano and he's huge and he ate a mythical zone. And I think all that puts him above Arlong.
Honestly, I wouldn't be surprised if Arlong could beat him, just because like, Arlong can fight.
I believe in Orochi. He's from Wano. Wano samurai are strong. And Orochi's a Wano samurai.
He wants a walk. I mean, Bucky wants a walk from Zach.
Not now.
Shinobu time.
Alright, Shinobu.
Doesn't really do anything other
Yeah,
than hurt Orochi.
nope. Uh,
But just it's kind of just like, oh, she's a prominent Wano warrior, so like we have to assume she's like not complete dog shit.
she did like fight against some of Kaido's like goons for a
Which
while, along with the
yeah, like
Scabbards.
like, she she can like fight a
Yeah.
little bit.
Fukurokuju, rivals with Raizo, so we're just gonna put him
Except he
here.
lost to Raizo,
Alright,
so
yeah, that's
Raizo's
true.
better.
I guess so.
I think you
Like,
can
maybe.
still put him with Raizo. I'm just saying he goes below because he lost.
Alright, and then we got the Grand Fleet. Hyuden!
Origin. Okay, no,
Alright,
because
sad thing about her.
Can I say the funny thing? So
What's funny?
Origin got one shot by Gear 2, and that's really funny, right?
Yeah, that's Pacifista tier.
Um, that means he has significantly worse durability than Hody.
Yep,
Like
which is a bit of a shame.
monstrously worse.
Yeah,
But this doesn't say anything about his durability, but attack power wise, it was what like 10,000 tons or some dumb shit.
10,000 tons that he like not only lifted but like punched and launched straight into the birdcage, baby.
Which hurt the shit out of his bones, confirming he still has no durability. And also, the other thing is his axe was too heavy to be allowed into the Dressrosa arena, so he
Yeah,
was
dude,
nerfed.
the
He
cover
didn't have his
story.
axe.
He didn't have his armor, he didn't have his axe. Like the guy was
Yeah,
fighting like basically
like dude,
naked.
if he had his axe, he could totally just do like a giant martial art and like blow Dressrosa in half.
Yeah, that's we're totally not just making shit up. Like he's a strong boy.
Yeah, so like
Strong
his
boy.
durability is so fucking bad, it's like embarrassing. But his attack power and his potential better attack power like helps make up for it a little bit.
Yeah. So like I am fine with putting him in the same tier as Hody, even though like Hody does a lot better,
Okay,
probably.
one thing I have to preface for all of the Grand Fleet, for the ones we put low, the next time they show up, they are definitely going to be a lot higher.
No, like that kind of applies to all of them. Uh, but
Except for
like
the
yeah,
ones that
especially
always
EDO, who like EDO's not great at all.
No. Okay, no, because EDO kept up with Sai before he was cool, and then he punched and knocked out Harutagen, and like he sent him flying, which that's cool. But
Yeah,
then
but
he
like it
got
was like his faint body, so like it's not like he like
yeah,
actually beat Hujin or
then he
anything.
got actually obliterated by Dellinger.
Yeah, and I remember like when I was like watching the Dressrosa anime like for the first time, like Donju was just humiliating him. They literally had him like dance around him, like teleports behind you over and over. He was just so mean.
Now EDO, like I think he could go like one tier higher.
Yeah, I guess so.
Yeah,
Like the thing is, I just remember, like he's a captain of the Grand Fleet, which implies like he's
which
gonna be like pretty good.
capable, yeah, like it implies he has to be capable of fighting.
Yeah, but he couldn't even defeat. I think he's the only captain who didn't defeat like an officer of the Don Quixote
Okay,
family.
well, it's okay. I mean, well, actually, Orlumbus didn't because what Orlumbus did is technically better because he helped Zoro defeat an officer.
Yeah, man, and also he's got the numbers on his side, so like he's bringing a lot more into the collective than Idio.
Yeah, no, I do love how like Luffy is listed as having these giant numbers, and like 90% are all from him.
It's great. I'll just get Orlumbus in here. He's probably not
Okay,
like as strong as Idio.
no.
On
So
the
the
one.
thing is, Orlumbus got also obliterated by Hakuba, who was stronger than Dellinger. So technically, his dicking on was less cringe.
Well, I mean, he also got dicked on by Dellinger too.
Yeah, no, butt puff. Theoretically, if he can throw that hard, that means he can also punch really hard.
Well, yeah, but like I remember, like is can he beat a pacifista though? Just because he can
He
throw real hard?
throws it into the ocean. He grabs it and he fucking throws it. One Piece is a series of islands. It would take him like 3 throws max.
Dude, it's so funny how like it's in so many debates. Like a lot of people just resort to he'll just throw him into the ocean.
Which fucking rocks, by the way.
Yeah, that's great.
But he does have like no actual battle feats.
Yeah, that is
So,
true. Like I remember he like beats
also,
up Fodder and then gets dicked on by
yeah.
Dellinger pretty
Or
much.
like if we bring up his like if we bring up these two's cover stories, all EDO did was end racism with like some random tribes, and all Columbus did was learn that he's too good of a person to be a pirate.
Yeah.
So like those didn't add anything to their fighting repertoire.
Because again, like he wasn't even a pirate. He was like the adventurer for like a certain kingdom. He had to
You know,
resign to
he's
become a
kind of like
pirate.
no, except
And
no
like
one's actually cracked.
yeah, I remember he actually had like this really cute section. Like I remember like 6 a.m. he wakes up and folds his pajamas.
You know, I love him. All right,
Yeah.
and we got Leo.
Leo. Leo beat an officer, so he's better than EDO.
Which officer did Leo beat again?
He beat Giola.
Oh yeah, Joa was injured. Doesn't count. Brooke hurt her. Doesn't count.
Oh no. Oh.
No, but Leo, like, you know, he can fight. He has a cool devil fruit. Good for him.
Yeah,
He's a captain.
he can do it.
Yeah, no, and now the three actually
Didn't
strong
you have something
members.
funny didn't you say something real funny about him last time?
Oh no. So here's the thing, Puff. If we go off of portrayal,
Shut up.
Ego,
I
if we
hate
go
that
off of
word so much. I
portrayal,
hate that word so much.
if we go off of portrayal, Leo's tail smash is capable of splitting an island.
It's real stands beside Luffy energy.
Off of portrayal, Leo could do that. Okay, let's just talk about Barto.
Okay, Barto's like he has a stupid
One of the
fruit.
three actually strong ones.
All right, guys, think about it. The King Punch can kill a Yonko in one hit. We're told this, and Bartolome can block it. So obviously he's like Emperor tier. We have to
Okay.
make a new tier
Yeah, no.
for him.
Well, basically, no. Like the way that you view Barto is, unless you have a counter to his power, he can theoretically checkmate you. Like not checkmate you, but like tie with you. And
Okay.
the because theoretically, the only way you could beat him is with a devil fruit that counters him, like Blue and O, or presumably, if you had good enough armament or conqueror's coding, that you could hit him through his barrier. And the reason it needs to be good enough is because if it's too thin, he can just back up. Like you're hitting through the barrier, but you're still
Yeah.
not hitting it.
Like he could just stand like 10 feet back. Then what are you gonna do?
It's like, oh,
Like
I've
maybe
tricked you.
like I imagine like the amount of characters he can like beat isn't very high, but like he can stalemate a lot and just
No,
be
no, no,
helpful in a lot of
he can
situations.
technically and hey, one thing that I remember a lot of people would say is we had never seen him create like a full like closed barrier, but we saw it in film red. But I'm gonna count that.
Yeah, I actually remember like the anime did something too, where like Hakuba like tried to get in his barrier like through the top, and he was like, "Oh shit!" And then he had to like twist
And
it close.
he's like,
That was a
yeah,
close
it's
one.
great.
Oh, I have a new
Mhm.
name for this tier that I just thought of. Okay,
What?
can fight oven. I think Bartholomew could fight oven and give him a good fight.
What'd be funny? Oven heats up Barto's barrier, and he's like, "Whew, that'd be really scary if I was touching it." And he touches, he's like, "Ow! You made my barrier hot? What the hell, man?"
It's like, I know, I'm just gonna make holes in the back of my beer so all the heat can escape.
And then Oven's like, "You're a fucking idiot," and just like blasts him.
No! Ah!
All right, Cavendish.
Uh,
Cavendish, through portrayal is like close to Barto, and then through like what he does, Hakuba is like like one of the most impressive actual fighters in the Grand Fleet.
yeah, no, like easily. Like he
And
one shots like Dellinger, who can one shot a bunch of other Grand Fleet
mhm.
members.
And then like he can also outspeed Dellinger by a lot, which says a lot because Dellinger's pretty fast.
Yeah,
And then like on top of that, but he obliterated his whole block. His block kind of sucked, is the thing.
yeah,
And he obliterated it except for Rebecca just was able to block him, which fucking rocks.
yeah.
Good
Like I mean,
job,
it's
Rebecca.
not like Habaku, it's not like Hakuba like consistently tried to attack her. He just like slipped by
No.
the stadium
No, but
once.
she blocked it. No, obviously she can't 1v1 Hakuba. Obviously she would lose.
Yeah,
Like, he's like the second most prominent, like, actual being able to fight member of the Grand Fleet.
yeah.
Second.
Like he could
Because of
probably beat more guy. Like he could probably beat more people than Barto can. It's just that
yeah,
Barto can stalemate a
Barto
lot of people.
would not lose to more people than him.
Yeah, it's a nice little dichotomy they have.
Yeah, wonderful. And then, is that the strongest Grand Fleet member
Uh
down there?
oh, platinum level baby.
Where it's like, listen, Sai, like, overall,
All
his
right,
combat ability is probably worse than Jack, so he wouldn't beat him that often. But Sai has one. Sai has the blast breath thing. He has one really good move.
okay. Like can Jack survive a continent level attack? I don't know. He's never done it before. I don't think he can do it.
But
I
but but
don't.
but the thing is, like Jack in like every other department is like a more skilled fighter, so like he has that going for him.
I mean, even then, like it's kind of debatable because Jack like just kind of like sure maybe he's like
Jack
slightly
kept
better
up
than.
with Denjiro, which is more impressive than keeping up with fucking Idio.
Okay, but like hold on, like that fight, like that was before Sai was cracked in. It was also just like brief. Like
uh-huh.
the like when it comes to Sai's fights, there's nothing really like holding him down.
You
Like
know,
you could, if you
because
could give him the benefit of the doubt, he could
mhm,
land this
mhm.
high. Because like, all right,
Because
he fights Idio, but then gets ringed out by Luffy because he wasn't paying attention.
uh-huh.
And then
And
he
then
fights with
he
Baby Five,
fights
but like
Baby Five, but he's trying to convince her to not kill herself, so not
yeah,
really fight.
they're just flirting the whole time. And then with Leo
He
G,
fights Shinjao and
instant
one
one
shots him.
shot,
He
instant one
fights
shot.
Mao G and one shots him. So yeah, Sai once he like awakened his abilities, won both of his fights in one hit.
Yeah.
And like it is said to be on par with Lao Ji's Dragon Drill Headbutt, which not only can split an island,
Not
was able
Leo
to
G's,
clash with.
Shinjao.
Oh, sorry, fuck me, Shinjao was able to clash with Garp's fists. We know what Garp can do.
You know, like what we saw like in a few chapters ago was old Garp.
Yeah, so
Like that
imagine.
might be more comparable to like Shinjao in his prime.
Yeah, no. So really, size kick, pretty fucking nutty kick.
I know it's I'm just gonna rename this to continent level baby because I have to do that.
Just because of how good his kick is.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Jack is continent level baby, confirmed.
Yeah,
So is
dude.
Momo.
All right. Yeah, I believe that. All right, and then
Xin
Qin
Zhao.
Zhao.
All
This
right,
is
this is
Herb
old
Qin Zhao.
man. Yeah, this is like him during like his fight with Luffy,
Okay,
which I think is the most
meaning,
fair like way to do it.
meaning he is weaker than Gear 3 Luffy.
Yeah.
But here's the thing: Gear 3 Luffy could definitely beat Cavendish.
Yep. Definitely. Like it's just that like
So
I feel like Shinjao during his fight is the most fair way to rank him because like in his prime he doesn't belong on this list. And
yeah,
like
no, because
after his fight, like when
it's
he
like
got his
he's
nail head
implied to
back,
be like it's stupid.
yeah, and like when he
Yeah,
gets his nail head back, like he says like ever since his fight with Straw, his like illness starts flaring up, so like it weakens to the point that like Leo G can bully him.
also, it was a sneak attack. Did you sneak attack?
It was a sneak attack.
It was a
Like
sneak attack.
Leo G didn't sneak attack. He was just like I remember like as soon as they started engaging with each other, Leo G's just still bullying him from
No,
being
but
dead.
Lao G's like winning attack was a sneak attack.
Like that is true.
No, no, because Shinja's like, I'll allow you to do whatever the fuck you want. And then Lao G just killed him from the side. Fucking jump scared him. That's because Lao G died and then came back to life. Canon thing Lao G can do. Alright, who's next?
Bellamy the hyena.
Bellamy. Alright, so
Alright.
Bellamy can hit through Luffy's hockey, which puts him at Hody tier attack power.
Hell yeah. And the thing is, like, I've had this dumb argument with some people in the past, like, as to why Dofi didn't let him join the crew, because they're like, oh, he's too weak. He's weaker than Dellinger. Dellinger said he was weak. But, like, the reason why Dofi didn't let him in was, like, a character reason that was pretty obvious. Because
Uh-huh.
Bellamy was, like, a rich kid who ran away from home to be a pirate, and Dolphin was like, why would you do that? You live the opposite of how I want to live. I hate you,
Yeah.
Bellamy. Go die, please.
Yeah. No, one thing that we can bring up because this applies to Jack and like other people too. A character saying someone's weak or strong, in a lot of cases, says less about the person they're talking about and more about the speaker.
Yeah, like I remember people say like, oh, Kaido called Dofi weak, but Jack strong, therefore Jack stronger than Dofi. But like, I don't buy that because he also called Luffy and Kid and even the samurai weak at all different points. So it's
Yeah.
like, is this what this wasn't a direct comparison between them? He's just saying it because
No.
Dofi lost, and he's just trying to say that Jack's not weak because Jack's his little
Yeah.
baby boy
Also,
and he
if
wants to
we're
encourage
hyper
him.
literal, um, Kaido didn't see the fight. Kaido didn't know how strong Luffy was. Kaido didn't know how strong Dofi was.
Yeah,
He
for all we
just
know,
thought,
he
oh,
never even met
you.
Dofi.
Yeah, no, he just thought, oh, you lost, therefore you are weak. But then when he sees Jack lose to fucking Inu and Neko, he's like, oh no, that was not on you. These guys are actually kind of strong. He's like, that is not your fault, champ. Kairos.
Kairos is probably stronger than Cavendish and Bartolomeo.
I could see him being able to. Yeah, he could definitely fight Oven.
Yeah. Like the thing is he's just a guy with a sword who's really strong.
You know,
Like
or he kind of has like he's kind of like a diet scabbard.
yeah, he is. Like he doesn't have like the advanced armament or anything, but like he can like fight real good. He has a really
So
strong swing.
he has a pretty bad injury called not having a fucking leg.
Yeah, but like I remember even then like that guy Buffalo, like I remember like as soon as he gets his human body back, like he like neck chokes Buffalo and like Buffalo's gone for the rest of the arc. Like he
Although
insta killed
Buffalo,
him.
to be fair, Buffalo kind of sucks.
Well, no, Buffalo's actually not that bad because like he took a coup de burst from Frankie, and he was
Oh, that is
just
something,
chokes
right?
him out. He just
Yeah,
chokes
yeah,
him out
yeah.
instantly.
So Kairos can fight pretty goddamn well.
Is he stronger than Shinjao though?
Old Chinjao, I think he might be able to beat him just because he's
Yeah,
older.
maybe. Yeah.
Yeah. All right. Carrot. All right.
Carrot.
Here's the thing. Carrot. Carrot has been implied to be
Can
really
she
impressive,
beat
but not.
Lucci?
Yes. So the thing is, Carrot has done a lot of impressive things, but not like finished them. Like she toyed with Daifuku, which is really fucking impressive, but she didn't
Beat
actually
Daifuku.
fight him.
Or like fight him head on even.
Or like she fought Sparrow with Wanda and was outscaling him, but also not really hurting him. And then the moon ran out, and then oops.
Dude,
So
she
it's like
dodged Zoro. She dodged Zoro.
she did, and that wasn't even in Sulong. So it's like clearly she can fight because she fights some really impressive people.
Yeah.
But like, yeah, like she could fight Oven because she
Yeah.
fought Daifuku.
She could probably be Cavendish because
I
Cavendish like
actually
they're
think,
both like really fast, but it just seems like
I actually think equating her to Cavendish is really fair.
although like she's like a Cavendish who's like actually like Because Cavendish kind of just goes ham, whereas Carrot can like use her
And like
brain a bit.
think.
Yeah,
Yeah. So like I
and
think
also
that's
she has
fair. It's like
Electro, which like gives her something
he's
else too.
good. Yeah.
Although I guess
Alright.
then again, like she can't really last that long in Sulong. So like even like at her best in a full moon, well, like she's not that good. Where Hakuba can
To
probably
be
just
fair,
go on for.
Bakugo can't last long either.
I guess that's fair. Yeah,
Yeah, yeah, no, they are actually very similar in their strengths and
yeah.
weaknesses. All
Then I
right,
guess
Pedro trained
Pedro.
Carrot, so
Yeah,
like
so like we're just gonna put
probably
him like next
similar,
to Carrot, just assuming
probably
that he's as
similar.
good. But
Yeah,
dude, he can fly with his tail. How crazy is
dude, he
that?
can, and that makes him a fucking god. That
Yeah.
dude, does that mean the Panther Devil Fruit is one of the flying Devil Fruits?
Yo, this is how
Dude,
the this is how the panther hunted in the Jurassic period.
dude, Usu was holding back against Jinbei. He didn't show all his cards. No, that was his plan for defeating King. King was gonna fly away, and Usu's like, "You fool!" Flies after him.
No, think about it. He's the only character to ever take a Legs Bonaparte head on. And
That
Legs
is true,
Bonaparte is one of the most devastating attacks in the story.
and one of the most well-named attacks.
Yeah.
All right,
Okay,
Beppo.
Beppo is a
Okay,
0 to 100.
so quick. But it's like the fact that Beppo survived Dressrosa and Wano. Not Wano, not Dressrosa. Beppo wasn't there. The fact that Beppo survived Wano means he's like capable of not dying. And
Yeah.
then, like, sure, he hit Teach with Sulong and ran away, but hitting Teach doesn't really mean anything because, like, Gear 2 Luffy hit Teach and Impel down. And I hate
Yeah.
to be that guy, but Teach was monumentally stronger than Gear 2 Luffy.
Yeah. And like he even hit Augur like the sniper, and like he just like kind of got back up and instantly started shooting. So like it
Yeah,
wasn't
so
like
it
a
wasn't
devastating
a
attack or anything.
particularly good hit.
Like I think it's fair just to put him with the other minks because he just seems
Yeah,
like, oh, he's a capable
but
fighter,
I
and when
do
he goes
think
too
that
long
he
he
should
goes
go at the
ham.
bottom. Because,
of the whole tier.
yeah, I think that's fair.
Yeah, all
Just because,
right.
like, he doesn't really fight, like,
No,
ever.
he doesn't.
So it's kind of fucked up to put him above actual people who have fought.
Well, I mean, Aladdin's barely fought too.
Well, at least Aladdin fucking punched Oven.
Okay, hold on a sec.
All right. Aladdin punched Oven. This is effect. Punched him real good. Mouse, are you having a seizure? Okay.
All right, Aladdin did punch Oven,
Yeah.
but
So,
Beppo punched Blackbeard. So who's really more impressive?
but the Beppo didn't then stall Blackbeard while Law ran away. All
uh,
right. Who's next? I don't remember.
it's the Supernova. So we got
Hawkins.
Hawkins.
All
All
right.
right,
So Hawkins' power is really fucking cool.
yeah, it's really cool. It's really
Also,
good. He can.
also he fights with Sea Stone, so that's pretty good.
Yeah, he's got a sea stone nail, which is pretty cool. He fought his like strongman can like keep up with Zoro. And it can't keep up with Killer really because Killer dispatched it pretty
You know,
quickly.
or like when Zoro actually tried, he cut the thing in half pretty fucking
Yeah,
fast.
yeah. Like, and he was like
And
just
so,
kind of defend Hotama at the same time, so like kind of makes sense.
yeah, so like Hawkins is not like particularly cracked, but like he fought Law for a little bit. Also, like just the fact that he can like eat a couple hits is like an immensely useful ability.
Yeah, especially like when he like does it to like I don't know to a hostage or something. But like
Oh
that's
yeah,
kind of
like
like
he did to
unfair
Kid.
to do in like a I don't know versus gladiator style fight, I guess, which
No,
is
but
what kind of where
yeah,
we're
so
doing.
like, but we can still bring up the fact that he can objectively take like just 8 hits without dying, no matter what the hit is.
All right, maybe we should like bring some of the samurai down because like A tier
Yeah,
is just
maybe.
empty. So like I guess we can just like the less impressive ones, I guess. Yeah, I think maybe we can stop the bucket Ezo. Do you think that's fair?
Yeah, sure, why not?
Yeah, okay. And Hawkins probably goes in this tier, probably
Yeah, I
maybe.
think that's fair.
Yeah,
Probably.
yeah.
Yeah, sure, why not? All right, and
And
then
then we got
Killer beat
Killer, who
Hawkins,
can
so
beat he can beat Hawkins like so easily is the thing. Like as
Oh
soon
no,
as like he
yeah,
realized,
no. If Hawkins didn't have a hostage, Killer would have like obliterated him.
I think he belongs in continent level, baby.
Oh
I
no,
think he could
I
fight Jack.
think yeah, Killer could fight Jack. I don't know if he'd
Yeah.
win, but he could absolutely fight him.
The thing is, like, he fought like well against Kaido and Big Mom. Like, he wasn't like
Yeah,
the star of the show or anything, but he did manage to hurt Kaido. He did like take a few
yeah.
attacks. He did,
Like
yeah,
Also, just where we are in the story, if if kid's right hand man can't at least keep up with Jack, that would just be sad.
It kind of would. Well, then again, Law's right hand man can't even
Like,
keep up
no,
with.
but Law's right hand man isn't a fucking supernova.
No, they're an honorary supernova. They're not a captain.
Just like Sanji. Alright. Who's next?
It is Apu, who
Okay,
unfortunately
so
isn't that great.
Apu one-shot Luffy.
You can
So,
cover your ears and he does nothing.
okay, so here's the thing. The counter to his devil fruit is embarrassingly easy. But, let's say you're stupid and don't know that counter. His devil fruit's pretty damn good, bro.
It is. He just like can spam attacks over and over from a distance.
Yeah, and it hurts. And he kept up with CP0 for a little bit.
Yeah, no, like unironically, the most impressive thing he does is like fight off Drake and Zoro at the same time while running away. I think
And
that's his most impressive feat.
that is impressive. Or like
But then,
the
like,
fact that he.
as soon as Zoro like got serious, it was like, all right, over in an instant, he
Mhm.
just got the medicine
But
back.
I think also when Kid charged at him, Apu was able to like fight Kid off.
Yeah,
Like that's something. Like Apu can fight.
yeah, he just can't seem to win it all that often.
And part of that is also like Apu kind of like isn't the type of person to fight a battle he might lose.
Yeah, that's true.
The second the other guy puts up a fight, he's like, "Fuck this." The only exception is CP0, who fought because he was pissed off because they stabbed him.
Even then, he ran away. He ran away at the end.
He blew off his steam, and then when Drake fell, Apu was like, "All right, time to run away."
You're
Right,
okay. He beat Snacks.
He
Hello, baby. He beat Snacks.
beat Snack.
But like, does he actually belong here because he beat Snacks? We don't really know how
Because if
strong
he-
Snacks is.
Okay, now here's how I see it. Snack is probably like a little stronger than Oven, right?
Yeah.
So he at the very least goes an A tier.
Yeah, at the very least, I guess like because he was directly compared to these guys, like back in
You
Whole
just
Cake,
put him
like
next
he
to them,
would
but
be
put
like,
him on top because what he did was more impressive.
yeah,
He didn't fucking lose. It's like the thing is, beating Snack isn't impressive because Snack. Beating Snack is impressive because Commander.
then again,
hasn't done anything.
we have Jack dragging the commanders down, man. Maybe it's not that impressive.
So now I think it's a fine place for Arush. He kind of struggles from being the supernova who has done the least.
Oh no, easily. But like, hey, he's got big muscles.
Yeah, dude.
Beige, who
Jay.
Alright, I remember having a lot of fun Hawkins versus Beige debates in the past, and every time just be like, what's Hawkins gonna do? He can't touch him. He literally can't touch Beige. He can try all day, he can't hurt him.
Yeah, because when Beige uses his final form, he can tank a couple Big Mom punches, and like it hurts him, but he can tank them, which is like Law can do that, but Law's like a god now, so that doesn't matter. Like it's like pretty good that he can do that.
Yeah. And also he has a Sea Prism spear somewhere inside of him, which can be pretty nasty.
He like spits at you like a toothpick.
Yeah. We're
And
expecting that.
like just to be fair to him, we're giving him like his cannons, even though his cavalry is like different, because like that's how he fights.
Yeah, like he's never going to fight without them, so that's just how I'm gonna rank him.
Yeah, like it's
And like
fair.
the thing is, his even then, like his cannonballs, even though cannonballs and guns aren't like that scary anymore, he can still like push Oven around with them and like bully him and like run him
Yeah.
over.
Like he could also his sheer size kind of does the "I could just crush you" thing.
Yeah, no, that's what happens when I have him debate Hawkins. What's Hawkins gonna do? He's just gonna get crushed. Just push. Yeah, just like he's just gonna punch him, and that's it.
Yeah, pretty much.
All right. Could he beat
Also,
like Ashura though, or something?
I don't know, because like Ashura and Conjuro and Izo can like actually fight.
Yeah, it'd be like a fun fight. I think they just have to fight this giant castle.
Dude, imagine Izo's like doing sniper shit, like he's like sniping his crew like through the openings.
That'd be fun.
My he's like, "Fuck, I'm out of cannoneers." He's just like, "Please give up before I have to figure out how I'm supposed to fight you when you're this big." It's like, yeah, I think that's a fine place for him.
Yeah, I think he's stronger than yours.
Also, one tragic thing, Puff. You know who's the only supernova who's guaranteed to not improve at all?
Who's that?
Hawkins.
Oh, yikes, sir. That is true. Poor man.
Everyone else could probably move up a little bit, but Hawkins is never moving up. Tragic.
All right,
Alright.
Bonnie. Bonnie's like kind
Bonnie.
of another like 0 to 100 where like she's like
She
she can
has
like
a one-shot mechanic that you can presumably counter if you have a lot of hockey.
yeah, and like I guess like we haven't seen that much from her, so like she could go pretty like she might belong in better feats than Jack depending on
Yeah,
what we
but
see because like
we
she can
have
do
no
like weird
idea.
stuff. We like she does like weird stuff like make herself really buff and all that. So like
Yeah, but like
maybe
really, just her only like actual feat is just she has a really good power and she's a supernova.
I guess we could just like it's kind. I guess we're just stuffing all the supernova together.
And I think like I think just to be fair, we could put her at the bottom because she hasn't fought anyone yet.
Yeah, I guess not.
Throughout the rest of Egghead, we'll see where she actually lies.
All right, then we got Drake, who
Who can
is
actually fight?
yeah, he's probably stronger than Apu because he's like willing to stand his ground against
Oh,
CP0. But
absolutely.
like that could just be like a character thing. But like I'm
And
willing to bet he's stronger than
I
Apu.
think he could he might be able to beat Hawkins.
Yeah,
I
I
think
think
he
he.
could.
Yeah.
Well, actually, Puff, if we use the power of portrayal,
Oh no.
um, hybrid hybrid Drake is as strong as Gear 4.
Well, no, no. By going by portrayal, he's the strongest page one because they were introduced together.
No, but then we see later on that they are not all equal, and it was after that that we saw Drake scale the Gear 4.
Oh shit, you're right. They're both in the same page, dude. You're right.
I
All
love
right.
how
The
you
thing is,
picked the picture of him attacking a poo.
yeah, no, I loved. I thought it was hilarious. I don't think he beat a Euro because Rouge like beat Snacks, and Snacks basically has the
Yeah.
same rank as
So yeah, I think
Drake.
it's fair to say that he's probably around there.
Yeah. Would Beige beat Snacks though, or something like that?
I don't fucking know. Maybe Snack doesn't do anything. This guy just the base like could Beige beat uh not that impressive commander? It's like I don't know, probably.
Yeah,
No,
I guess
dude,
like we'll just put him up.
runs over a Rouge, and a Rouge is like karma. Go to the size of Beige.
That'd be funny. I guess like a Rouge just has to go over by default. I guess
Yeah, just because like he beat a commander, baby.
this is bad. This is like Whole Cake Island discourse all over again. Rouge is the strongest because
He beat
Snacks.
Rope, so what can you do?
We saw
Page.
these guys fight, and still Rouge is technically more
Okay,
impressive.
so page one is
Yikers.
could he beat Kinemon?
I honestly don't think so. Kinemon can like use like advanced armor, which will like hurt him through his tough
I
scales
think
and all
he
that.
might be able to beat Raizo. I think he could beat Raizo.
Yeah, I think
Well,
so.
I think yeah, but I don't know if he could beat Kiku. Is the thing.
Yeah, like I feel like these four here, like it'd be like kind of an even back and forth, but like just seem
Yeah.
more impressive at the end of the day.
Okay, now listen. Here's the thing about page one. If you're like, oh, but he's the flying six. All page one did was get one shot by Sanji and then one shot by Big Mom.
I'm like, I remember when that chapter came out, and it was like, I can't believe the fight was off screen, and I was like, I thought Sanji just beat him in 2 hits. I thought Sanji
Yeah,
just
no, yeah,
beat him there.
no. The implication is that big skydive was the end of the fight.
Like I guess like if you want to like like Luffy wasn't able to beat him in one hit with a Gear 3 punch, so maybe like Sanji just like knocked him out for like 10 seconds and then just like
Uh-huh.
oh well I did it and then like later a minute
Mm-hmm.
later Page one just like oh man
Yeah.
I hate it when that happens. I hate when people one shot me but I get up a minute later because of
Mm-hmm.
my devil fruit. I hate it.
Yeah. It's like, yeah, like page one doesn't really do anything. It's more so like strength through association.
Yeah.
Because the other flying six are a lot more impressive than he is.
Yeah, he's just like he's the one that instantly just gets knocked out whenever people ask who's the strongest one. And
Yeah.
look at that, it's the strongest one.
Okay, Ulti. Okay, so Ulti overall is like, oh, she
All right.
clashed with Luffy's headbutt. That's pretty cool. She got up from a Yamato attack. That's pretty cool. But her single most impressive feat is that when she was about to dinosaur headbutt Luffy, Luffy tried to go gear four.
Gear 4! Oh my god, she's too strong! Like, if we actually
And
take that as, like, Luffy knee, like, and the thing is, she took, like, a big, like, triple Big Mom homie attack, so, like, if Luffy, like, sensed that, like,
okay,
oh, I need a Gear 4 level attack to take this girl down, she probably belongs, like, here.
okay, no, but the way
And
I
this
see
is
it
Luffy
is that
after his armor training is the thing.
because I think the one way you could justify it, Puff, is Luffy was thinking through the lens of I need to go fight Kaido. I'm
Yeah.
not in the mood to get damaged because I let this idiot headbutt me. I need to break out and one shot her right now.
Yeah, like, I'm
Like
sure,
if
like,
Luffy,
yeah.
like if Luffy didn't go Gear 4, he would take the headbutt, get pretty hurt, and then like beat Ulti. but he's like, I'd rather not do that. I'd rather get out right now.
Yeah, I'm sure like if he didn't go Gear 4, he would have had to like spend a bit fighting Ulti because like oh she can take Big Mom attacks too. So like he'd
Yeah,
probably have to spend like I don't know, maybe like a few at least like a few minutes fighting her at the very
yeah.
least.
Which like yeah, that's something.
Yeah.
Like yeah,
Uh
good for Ulti.
Yeah, Ulti's just stupid. There's a lot of there's like basically three modes of thought, or like I guess four technically for who the strongest Tobi Roppo is. It's Ulti because Unga Bunga she took so many attacks and Luffy was scared shitless by her, and then there's Maria because she has like poison and illusions, which can kind of like just like cheese a
Uh-huh.
win. Like I know a lot of
And
people in like
then
debate tourneys
there's
like wanted Maria because of that reason. So like I
yeah.
guess from that sense she's like one of the stronger ones, but like I
And
don't
then
think she'd beat
there's
most of them in a fight.
and then there's like Who's Who because he kind of seemed like the main one in their introduction, but that was only like kind of.
You know, it's because like oh he's Lucci's rival. Like people took that seriously back in the
Yeah.
day.
Even though, as we have seen from not Punk Hazard, Egghead, Lucy is a lot stronger than fucking Who's
All
Who.
right, I think they are like stronger than Kinemon maybe, but like they're not gonna like beat some of the Supernova here. Like I
Yeah,
don't
maybe
think
the
they beat
next
Hawkins.
Kinemon would stand a decent chance, but
Maybe
like
they're
not
like as
great.
strong. Maybe they're as strong as Drake. Maybe.
I feel like it was like you kind of got the vibes that Drake like was a head above the rest of the Flying Six, and then Ulti's just stupid because that one fucking line. If it
And
was just
also
that
that
one,
she took that dude. She took that Big Mom attack. She literally did that.
if it was just a piercing attack, that's nothing. What
Dude,
page
it was a
one
triple
took?
homie attack.
It was just a big fucking hole in her stomach. What page one hit probably hurt him more?
I think it's funny to say this, but like Ulti might unironically have better feats than Jack.
No, she doesn't though. No, but here's the thing with Ulti. Like if Ulti didn't have that one Gear 4 line, you could easily put her down in A tier, but that one Gear 4 line is so fucking funny.
You can read into that so much, and I love it.
There's like a million ways to portray it, but like being good faith is funnier because it puts her really high.
Yeah.
Like
Also,
yes,
like I do kind of buy it because she did take the Big Mom tech. So I think like Luffy, like all right, she can take a lot of hits. She's a strong
uh,
girl.
yeah,
I have to take her out ASAP and
it's
get to Kaido.
yeah, it's like okay, transparency. Is Ulti probably just like around Who's Who? Yes, but it's funnier when we put her this high.
You know, I feel like maybe just top of S for Samurai is
Yeah,
better.
sure. It's just okay. Yeah, no, she's definitely not fucking continent level. All right, what's next?
It's Sasaki, who's probably like the
Okay, so
least.
here's the thing. Sasaki and Whozu had like this little rivalry hyped up, but then they both just got like dicked on.
Yeah, I like the thing is, no one
Sasaki got shamed up.
people will argue for who's who, but no one argues for Sasaki. Is the thing.
Oh no, that's because Sasaki, in the best possible scenario, would have been the second strongest.
Yeah,
And
but
like
just
yeah,
like he fought Frankie, he did all pretty good, but then lost to Frankie.
man,
And then like
he
who's who,
lost.
like at least with who's who, it's like all right, it was Jinbei, fucking Jinbei he was
Although,
fighting.
in all fairness, you couldn't really call it a fight
I mean that's
because
true. Like
Jinbei was in complete control.
yeah, I know, and it was like a whole like he had his whole like crew jumping Jinbei and like attacking him with
No,
pistols from the
like
side and
literally,
everything.
like it was like Jinbei had that fight the way Luffy, like the way East Blue Luffy had fights. Like the second Jinbei decided the fight was over, it was over.
Yeah, I mean I guess like Who's was still able to like hurt Jinbei through some of his armament kind of
Although,
not
like,
really no like not even really because like I remember like his fingers got a little messed up his teeth couldn't mark through Jinbei's face barely
yeah, no,
uh
Jinbei, like when Jinbei actually tried, Who's Who was like actually helpless.
yeah
But in all fairness, I think that'd be true for every Flying Six that fought Jinbei.
yeah that's true I mean like maybe Ulti would do a bit like I don't even think Ulti would do a bit better I think it would just take longer for Jinbei to beat her down.
Like Jinbei punches her and she actually gets up and he's like, "Oh, I have to hit her twice. Are you kidding me?"
Oh no after the three times all right okay maybe a fourth one and that's when he finally
Mhm.
does it.
Jinbei's like, "You're not strong. Why do you keep getting up?"
You know what I kind of love about Ulti.
What?
She's like if Luffy was like a goon or like a minion
Oh, she
bad
does
guy.
have a very similar personality to
Where it's
Luffy.
just like half the time she'll just be like happy go lucky, but then like as soon as like you motherfucker, someone's getting a headbutt. Someone's getting a
Yeah, no,
headbutt.
it's pretty good. So who's your next?
Oh, dude, it's
Snack.
Commander Snacks,
Dude,
our
it's
legend, our god.
Commander.
That's his Persamera. I
No,
guess like he'll just
he
go.
lost to a no Puff. He lost to a
Oh
Rouge.
shit, you're right. You're actually right
We're
about
not
that.
gonna pull a fucking
Fuck,
King of Lightning, Puff.
you're
I'm gonna
right.
pull him above Rouge like an idiot.
Yeah, no, I was just going there because like I immediately went like, all
Yeah.
right, one step below Jack, but like, yeah, this is more
Yeah, no,
fair.
but like he's weaker than a Rouge, and that's all we really know.
Yeah.
And he's a
And
commander,
we're
so
just assuming
he's
the thing is we're just assuming Aruj is better than these guys because he beat Snacks, but Snacks all we know is that he lost to
yeah,
Aruj. Like we
yeah,
could put these two at the
yeah.
bottom and it wouldn't
No,
be
no.
inconsistent at
The
all.
thing, basically, our thought process is, Snack was a sweet commander, meaning he's probably better at fighting than Oven and Parasparrow.
Yeah, and Oven and Pero have like the same rank as Drake and are like maybe a bit stronger than him. Or
Yeah.
a bit
So
weaker.
like, just to be nice, let's put Snack up here. Let's be nice to Snack. Don't bully Snack. He doesn't deserve it.
Even though he
And
exists for like one panel. That's
he
it.
actually does nothing, but it's okay.
Oh, Pero Sparrow.
Parasparrow.
Alright, now. He was, if we go by portrayal, he was right beside
He
Jack as they were getting
equals
one shot.
But realistically, like Sparrow, like like, all I'm saying is Jack would not have lost an arm to Pedro's explosion.
Yeah, he definitely wouldn't have. Like, I
No.
guess like the thing is like he was beating Neku like without Sulong, so like I guess like he'd have to land like in the like around the Scabbards at least here, probably higher
Yeah,
than Realty. I think this is good.
I think that's fair.
Yeah. Although like
Well,
I think some people
I'll,
would I think some people would argue the Supernova can beat him though. Like, what do you think about that?
I'd argue he's weaker than Snack.
Yeah, like I think some people would like reverse this list and like put like these like guys at the bottom and then the Supernova at the
Oh no,
top.
I think that'd be completely fair. I do
Yeah.
think just to be consistent, we should put Sparrow below Snack.
Yeah, I guess
Since
so.
you wasn't a sweet commander, Snack was.
Oh, Narts, you're right. You're totally
Weaker,
right.
weaker than Dude, Snack's with this big fucking gatekeeper.
All right. Although Amande was able to break through his candy, so like, I'm sure
His
like the
candy's
rest
not
of these guys could
that
probably.
good.
Yeah, I know. I remember a lot of people like hyped it up back in the day because like Luffy couldn't break with Gear 3, but that was because like he ran out of hockey from using Gear
Yeah,
4.
Luffy was kind of dying.
Yeah.
But
Like
I think
honestly,
you
his
could put
most
him
impressive
there.
feat is probably just like beating Pedro and Brooke and Chopper at the same time, I guess.
Yeah, even though that's kind of just like, what are they gonna do? They got
Yeah.
turned into candy. Nothing.
Yeah. I guess like I honestly maybe like this is the best from bottom here.
Yeah, maybe.
All right, and then Oven,
Oven.
God King Oven.
Do you like how Oven is 2 tiers above Can Fight Oven?
Who is?
No. I like how Oven is like a whole tier above Can Fight Oven.
Yeah, no, that's the point. Like, can't fight Oven means like, all right, you can fight Oven, but you're not gonna beat
That
Oven
doesn't mean you're gonna
because
beat Oven.
Oven's a strong boy. I think Oven would like, he'd probably give like
I like to believe Oven could beat Who's Who because I think it's funny.
that is funny, and like he does like I remember some people like had some insane calcs for like his like boiling sea attack. It's like, dude, it's
Right,
like
right.
mountain level plus plus
Mhm.
plus.
Well, I mean, if we're doing goofy calcs, the fact that he ate Sanji's faster than the eye kick is insane too. But that's why calcs are goofy. No, but like Oven just seems like pretty strong, like a bit of a fucking beast.
Yeah, I mean
Like
he
you
gets
have
like he kind of gets bullied by Beje though in the
yeah, he
arc,
does.
but like
Yeah, his thing is like the Big Mom Pirates don't have the Flying Six. What they have is the Sweet Commanders, and then like the collection of pretty strong
yeah,
guys.
the collection of pretty like I guess it's just like the older sons, Pero, Sparrow, Daifuku, Oven, who are like the
And
fourth and like third and first, I think.
yeah,
Yeah,
yeah, because they're Katakuri's brothers.
yeah. All right,
And
and then we
then
have Daifuku, who's
Daifuku,
just like
he's
I
done less than Oven, so like
yeah. His most impressive feat is just he knocked Sanji back once, which I guess
yeah,
puts him at Pepe tier.
yeah.
But Pepe's
And
Pepe's like cool and funny,
AK
so
could
I'm gonna
probably
put him.
beat
Yeah,
Daifuku.
yeah,
Yeah, I think that's fair.
yeah. He's Pepe tier.
Yeah, sure. All right.
And Brule, okay, dude,
Pocket
Brule,
Dimension, though.
Brule, Brule, like mirrored herself to look like Luffy, and then countered all of his attacks for like a whole chapter of time. She did
Which
that.
is really funny.
It's kind of like the it's kind of like Barto, where she can just stalemate a lot of people.
It's just a really but I feel like hers is like worse than Bartos because it's like
No, it
stupid and we
is.
don't really know the extent of it.
You know, it is, and like the thing, I remember like back in the day. Do you remember like when Hokugan was going on? There was like this whole "How would Big Mom do against Marineford" thing going on.
Mhm.
I remember some people threw around the idea of her like countering Mihawk or like an admiral and just
Which
keeping
is
them
awesome.
busy.
But no, but really, the true way that Brule would help is that Big Mom's troops could just enter from every side.
Yeah, I think Brulee's like hardly even a fighter. Like she probably
Yeah,
belongs
she,
like in D tier here.
yeah, no, like, I don't think she would beat Idio.
No, like Idio makes a big explosion, then she like gets scared and run away.
No, dude, like she starts doing the mirroring Idio thing, and Idio's like, "You fool! I love shadow boxing."
Like the thing is, like even like Nami kind of managed to fight her off and beat her, which
Also, it's like, it's
she
just
can.
one really stupid feat.
All right, and
Caesar,
I
like,
have two
including
versions of
Caesar.
Caesar here. All right,
Okay, oh,
now,
smiley Caesar. Oh my god.
all right. So for normal Caesar, I guess here's my hot take. I think Caesar would like beat. I think he's stronger than Page One. I think he could beat Sasaki on a good day. I think he could beat
Okay, no,
Kiku on a good day. I think he
because
could beat
Caesar.
Kawamatsu on a good day.
No, because Caesar has two really amazing. No, Caesar has three really amazing things going for him. One, he can get rid of your oxygen supply. Two, he can just straight up poison you.
And three, he can use hallucinogenic gas and insta win.
Well, he did beat Katakuri.
Yeah,
That's the
he
thing
beat
he did.
Katakuri in Oven with that, which is totally
You know,
what
because
happened.
know. Well, also, Puff. I think the thing is like we actually didn't see how good Caesar is at fighting with poison because Luffy ate it all.
Yeah,
It's like for all we
unfortunate.
know, if Caesar uses his poison, he just clears everyone and is actually at the top of this list.
Yeah, like, and the thing is, like, I guess, like, if you want to be charitable to Caesar, this is like a Luffy versus NL situation where their most powerful weapon is useless against Luffy because Luffy's just
Yeah.
immune to it. So now it's like, oh fuck, now I have to fight this guy.
Also, Caesar has Gastonets, which is like a pretty strong explosion.
Yeah. Like the thing is, like, sure, maybe like he'd die in a few, in like, I wouldn't even say like a few hits because he took some great attacks from Luffy,
And
but like,
I think, but like his durability is not like insane.
yeah, it's not.
Like
Like
if
I feel like
anyone
If
really
Page
able
One
to,
got enough hits in, like Page One or like Daifuku could probably beat him. But the thing is, Caesar just has like too many tricks up his sleeve.
and or it's like he has so much dumb shit going. Where it's a bit, but like obviously, like the reason he couldn't beat like high tiers is like like Kyle or Big Mom would just blitz him. Like before we even knew what happened, he'd already be dead.
Yeah,
Like yeah, like he. It's just his powers are just so fucking good, and
yeah,
he's
he
good at
is.
using them.
Yeah, he can make a big laser from his mouth, and it's great.
All right, I didn't realize you're gonna put
All right.
smileys.
The thing is, I would put him here with the intent to like wank him and put him like way higher. But the thing is, he just kind of ends up being like as good or maybe even weaker because he just makes himself a bigger target, which like doesn't
Yeah.
really help his like style of fighting, I guess.
Yeah. Look, the thing is, he needed Smiley to fight Luffy because
Yeah,
Luffy was immune to all his other poisons, which kind of implies that all his other poisons are like generally better in combat.
yeah, and also like when he tried to take with auction, Luffy did that awesome move where like he
He
knocked his
flew
head
his
back
head
and
back.
took a big breath, which was one of the
Yeah.
coolest moments in any fight ever.
Yeah,
But
like
yeah,
all like yeah, you could make the argument that like even Caesar doesn't think Smiley is like a better way for him to fight. That was just the best way for him to fight Luffy specifically.
yeah. And like I guess like if this big cloud just like came up against like I don't know, like most of these guys he'd probably just win. But like then again they might just be able to like kill him because he's a big like target now, which like in this
Yeah,
form he could like slink away, like he does dodge some of Luffy's attacks and stuff like that.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, you just put him the
Next,
same. It's Don Quixote
well,
Doflamingo, who is
someone who could
definitely
beat
stronger
Jack.
than Jack. I think he's stronger than Inu and Neku too.
Oh no, he is. He is.
Yeah. And
Like,
okay, but kind of called him
Puff,
weak.
no,
Yeah, but
Puff,
like he could.
no, Puff. No, Puff. I'm gonna say we should not bring up Parasite because, as I explained, Many people, including me, because I think it's funny, think that the way Parasite works is you can break it if you can drastically change the size of your body, meaning Jack could break out of Parasite.
All
But that
right,
doesn't
fair.
matter, because I don't think Dofi needs Parasite to beat Jack. I think
I
he's just
really don't.
stronger.
I really don't. And like the Parasite is really good because you can stop people like Jozu, which is already pretty great. Jozu would already go in better feats than
Oh,
Jack.
yeah, no, yeah,
But
because
like
Joe's
even
just beat up
then,
Jack.
like attacks like Overheat or like his spider webs which can block like Gear 3 and stuff like that is just really good.
Oh, not to mention, like, God Thread.
Or the bird cage, like Jesus Christ.
Okay, no,
Bird
yeah, no, if
cage.
yeah, no, like if we just like Dofi gets ragdolled by Gear 4, but like that's just because Gear Dofi's weakness is just someone who's way faster and stronger than him.
Yeah, and the thing is
Because
like
like if
Gear
Dofi's
4.
able to yeah, because if Dofi's able to outmaneuver you, it doesn't matter that you can hit harder than him. The problem with Gear 4 is that it's really fucking fast too.
And the thing is about Gear 4 is that some people forget this, but like even before like all the advanced armament training and everything, like it was like physically stronger than Katakuri. It's just that he
Oh
couldn't
yeah,
hit
it
him because
was.
Katakuri had like this advanced like future sight, and also Luffy had a time limit. So like obviously like he couldn't win. Like Gear 4 Luffy is already like commander level. It's just that he can only be commander level for like 10 minutes.
Yeah, that was the problem.
Yeah. And Dofi
Yeah,
is just a real tough boy, and like even like how he can like repair himself by using string surgery and stuff like that. Like he's
yeah.
just such a versatile fighter. It's
Oh, just
stupid.
the amount of like that's the other thing. The amount of shit he went through before he had to fight Gear 4.
Gamma knife.
Like fucking Gamma Knife, like 3 counter shock. He also had to eat like a Red Hawk, and he also had to like clash Sanji, like, and he had to and he had to like block like Fujitora. He's like, I am fucking tired.
He's had a
it's been
long
a,
day.
he's like, it has been a rough day for me.
I'm gonna go to the
Virgo,
bathroom first, though.
I puff.
All right. Oh,
Yeah,
sorry, I
no,
wasn't recording.
fuck. Okay,
All
good.
right,
You're
so
good.
Virgo's kind of a fucking beast, isn't
Yeah, Virgo
he?
broke Sanji's leg and is stronger than Law. Fuck yeah. No.
Sanji took the explosion. There was a scene with Nami where it said his body was. Shut up, nerd. Virgo's strong.
Virgo's no,
Look at
no,
his
because
muscles.
like really, Virgo's 3 things are he kept up with Sanji quite well. Like if Sanji wasn't hurt, he still would have kept up with him. He just wouldn't
Yeah.
have made Sanji break his leg. And in the Law and Virgo fight, it was made pretty clear if Law wasn't able to cut through Virgo's armament, Virgo was just going to win.
Yeah. Like he tried countershock and Virgo just like had like no reaction. He was like, "Come on, Law. Look at my
I was like,
muscles,
come on.
Law. Look at
He's
my
like, come on,
pecs,
Law.
Law. Look at
He's like,
these
Law.
pecs."
He's like, Law, my neck is so fucking wide.
There's like one other person in Dofi's whole family that can like compete with him, but for
And it's
stupid
really
reasons.
stupid, really dumb. Whereas, like, Virgo's whole thing is Virgo doesn't got any stupid abilities or stupid devil fruits. He's just the guy who beat the shit out of Smoker.
And like I know a lot of people say like Smoker's not great, but like at the same time, like I remember back at like this wasn't even that long ago. People said that like if Luffy had to fight Virgo, he would have to use Gear 4, which I don't like agree with. But it kind of
I
speaks to
don't
how
either.
scary it kind of speaks to how scary Virgo was in that arc.
That's because Virgo was, like, very unique in Punk Hazard, where, like, out of all this generally, like, low stakes action going on, like, Caesar and all that, Sanji and Zoro could beat him. Smiley is like, we'll figure out a cure. It's fine. It's not a big deal. Monet kind of sucks. Zoro's just sexist. Like, no one's really a big threat. And then Virgo just appears. It's like, oh no, this guy can actually fight.
Yeah, that's great. Like I think it's
Okay,
kind of like I'm sure a lot of people would say the Supernova can beat him, but like I'm not kind of convinced of that.
okay. No, here's the thing. I think,
Maybe maybe
no,
he
like
would maybe he does belong like sort of down
yeah,
here, I
no,
guess.
I
I
don't
think
think
he'd
he could beat.
dick on Barris
No,
Sparrow. I think he'd dick on Apu. I honestly think he'd beat Apu.
I think he could beat Hawkins, but I don't think he could beat Drake. That's where I draw the line.
Yeah, that's probably
He's
where
only
he
the
goes.
second strongest trader marine. I guess third with Kuzan. Okay, and I will admit, do we probably rank Virgo a little bit? Yes, but Virgo's really cool, so I don't really care.
It's like, dude, he like fought Sanji, man. He broke
Yeah, dude,
Sanji's leg.
he's a beast.
He's a
No,
big guy. And
he
like the thing is that was before he like went full body armor and revealed his giant muscles. And
yeah.
like
So he was holding
that
back.
was kind of supposed to be like the mask off when we're like finally Virgo's going 100%.
Yeah, no, yeah. Like Virgo's just really strong, and I love it.
Yeah.
All right, then we got
Diamante, which is a big
Hunters
step
and
down for
Kairos.
someone with someone with like the same rank. It would probably
Yeah,
lose to
no.
Shinjao. Maybe he
Could
can
he
beat Carrot.
could he
Maybe he can
beat
beat Carrot.
Carrot? I feel
Uh, the thing is, half
like
he does have like this one half moon glaive attack, which shows like he has like really good swordsmanship and good attack
yeah,
power, and like he could
but
also
like
make his sword like wavy and stuff like that, and tricky and all that. He also
uh-huh.
has like very like asshole moves, like the fucking stars that he just
That
like drops
fucking
spikes from the
bullshit.
sky.
Mhm. Honestly, you know that is probably
Dodge
the
this,
one thing that
Carrot.
we could do. I think the one thing we could probably do is put Kairos higher
Yeah, we could do that.
if we wanted to. You could put him a little higher.
Could Kiros beat I was gonna say Caesar, but I don't think he could beat Caesar.
No,
Uh, yeah, no, I think Tier's still fine for Kairos
yeah,
because
fine.
Kairos
I
is just a
think you
meathead.
like you could make a point that he could go higher, and I do think that's funny.
Yeah. Uh, yeah.
You
Then
know,
we got
let's say okay,
Treble.
treble.
Treble is
Okay,
probably I think he's
so
a little stronger than Diamante, but not
no,
by a whole lot.
no, so the weird thing about Treble's like 90%. Oh, he just has trickery. But then there's that one fucking panel of him just tossing the boat.
Like just grabs with the change and swings it way above his head and smashes it into another. It's
This
great.
gigantic fucking boat where he just has that one insane feat.
And the thing is, like, at the time, Robin didn't want to fight this guy. Like, she was very wary of Treble.
And
And
Robin's
like,
like, we probably
and
shouldn't fight Treble.
considering the fact that like Robin didn't like get a power up between like the time skip and Wano, like Wano was just when she went all out for the first time.
This means
Maybe
Treble is
wank him.
stronger than Black Maria.
You could wank him to that, honestly. Like,
It's
I wouldn't be
fine.
surprised. It honestly wouldn't surprise me if like these guys were like as strong as the Tobi Roppo because like
Oh, then,
like it's
oh
just
yeah,
like
I
a
could see
step
that.
down. Like sure Doflamingo family isn't nearly as strong, but like that's because they have three calamities which like can
No.
compete with Dofi himself. So like
Yeah, one
Dofi's
thing
like
about
top
like
guy. Yeah.
no, one noble thing about everyone in Can Fight Oven is it wouldn't be surprising if they were all able to go up an entire tier.
Yeah.
Alright,
Pika.
we got
Who
okay.
this is probably the person I wank the most, no matter the circumstance. I think
Solely because
Pika go with
no,
Virgo here.
and because here's the thing with
The
Pika.
thing's
Because
he's
Pika,
almost like better Beget in a way.
no, no, because Pika raises one very simple question, Puff. Um, can this person beat him? Like,
Yeah.
can like do you
Probably
guys?
not. Probably 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 not. Maybe. Probably not. Probably not. Probably not. Probably
No,
not.
no, no, Puff, you're wrong. A poo is actually like Pika's natural weakness.
Oh yeah, that is true. As long as Pika can hear him, so like yeah, Apu would
Pika
probably win.
hears him, he's like, if Pika takes a direct hit through the stone, he's like, fucking what? He's like, what
Understand?
kind
How's he doing this?
Pika's like, what kind of power is that?
All right, but just like Pika's just has like such a tricky set of like a set of powers that's like you need like a specific skill set to like catch him and defeat him. Like even having huge destructive power is enough. Zora had to have like a whole plan to catch this guy
No,
still.
dude, he needed Orlumbus. Or
Like honestly, like if I was gonna be, like go full on and be as charitable as possible, he could go at the top of this tier. He can
oh,
probably
Puff,
beat
if
Jack.
we
Just throws Jack
no,
to
no,
the
no, no,
ocean.
Puff, if we wanted to be smug, we could say Jack would have a hard time beating Pika.
Oh no, I honestly, you can't even prove Jack can beat Pika at the current time. Jack would just like
No.
get just tossed mountain attack
No,
after
well,
mountain,
well,
crunch
the thing
after.
is, like, well, the thing is, if we're being realistic, like, the thing is, it's not that Pika is strong. It's just that, like, it's really hard to counter his really stupid power.
Yeah, but the thing is, like, he does have like a lot of attack power. Like, he's literally a giant mountain. So like,
No,
he
but the
could
thing,
like just if he hits you enough times, he will eventually win.
yeah, and it's just funny because it's like literally everyone in S and a lot of people in A. It's like if they got their hands on Pika, they would obliterate him. It's just like, can they?
Yeah, it's actually a good question. Like the thing is, like this is why I rank Pika so much. Like, how many people can actually like beat him in the story? A lot less than you think.
You know, it's such a stupid fucking power. It's like
And like
why do you have this?
he has like this insane range too, which is just great.
You know,
Like
it's
I,
He's fucking huge.
It's stupid. I love Pika so much. It is so fun to do a Pika debate just because Pika's so stupid.
Yeah, and the thing is, like, unlike like even like Pizarro right now, Pizarro literally fused his body with the island. Pika is just wrapping himself in stone. Cutting the stone doesn't hurt him like at all.
Yeah.
Like he's fine.
Yeah, he's not like a Logia with a giant body. He's a giant body with a one little guy inside of him.
So like it doesn't matter. He just eats it, which is
Yeah.
really funny.
It's so great.
It's
I
so
can
funny.
can you meaningfully tell me that Pika doesn't belong where he does? Like, can you? Can you
No,
really?
no, I think his power is dumb enough that that's a fine placement.
It's just kind of like it's kind of stupid. Like I know a lot of people like feel like it's blasphemy to put someone like Pika above like the Supernova and the
But it's
Flying Six,
funny.
but it's true. They can't beat him. They literally can't.
Although Puff, now we actually do have someone who hard counters his ability, despite being way weaker than him. You've seen
Uh,
your pink.
oh, that is true. That is definitely true. But like Senior Pink kind of just belongs like
Dude, that's an amazing fucking Treasure Cruise one. I didn't know
you
he
know.
had that.
I instantly picked Shinos. I was like, yes.
I didn't know he had that.
Can he fight Oven? I don't really think so. I think he belongs in
Uh,
like C tier, honestly.
yeah, because the thing is, like, he lost to Frankie, and Frankie was holding back a lot.
Yeah, like he didn't have Frankie Shogun. He didn't even use like Kuda Burst or anything. He just kept it like fisticuffs.
He didn't use most of his weapons because Frankie just ends up turning all of his fights into fucking boxing
Yeah.
matches.
And the things I remember like Frankie uses weapons at first, but that was because like it was like 4-on-1. And like
Yeah.
so yeah. Or like the beginning of the fight before he started like his whole man
But
off
even
with
before he
Senor.
was facing down like a bunch of Doflamingo people at once, and it was like a real. The anime made that scene seem like really epic.
Yeah.
It's like
I remember
Frankie's
that.
facing off.
Frankie's last stand.
Yeah, that was hilarious. All right, Monet.
Monet
So
is a
here's
little better than Senor, I think. But not
probably
like by a whole lot. Like I don't think
yeah,
she'd beat
no.
anyone in
I mean, okay, so the
I mean,
closest thing,
she would technically beat like someone like Bartolomeo because like he doesn't have hockey, but
yeah.
like
No.
she
Well,
she's not
also,
she doesn't belong in the same tier as like Treble or Diamante.
she technically beat Luffy.
She did, didn't she? Ring out,
She
dude.
technically hugged Luffy until he lost.
Also, look at that cake, man.
All right, shut up. No,
I love Treasure Cruise art. It's so great.
no, Sugar Cruiser is so much fucking hornier than most of One Piece. It's insane. No, no, but Monet's like here's the thing. First of all, I gotta clarify. Zoro did not beat Monet. It was a 2v1 because Tashigi did the final blow.
Well, I mean, Zoro could have won if he really wanted to.
If
It's
he
just that he's
wasn't
sexist and
stupid.
doesn't want to.
Yeah, whereas Tashigi was completely outscaled. Like she didn't stand a chance.
Yeah. And Baby 5, uh yeah, she probably goes like here. Cause like the most impressive thing she does is just like take a coup de burst from Frankie and she didn't like die, but like she
Yeah,
was like seriously injured by it along with Buffalo.
yeah. And like combat wise, like the most impressive thing she does is injure Frankie Shogun, and that was in a combo attack.
Yeah, it was a combo. Like she had to team up with Buffalo to do it, and like even then, like wasn't even like a real injury. Like it was just kind of like, yeah, you did that, I
Yeah,
guess.
like he
Now
poked a
take a
hole
coup de
through it, and
burst.
no,
But like
because
they
no, the only reason
scratched him.
no, because Puff, the only reason I remember to bring that no, they like poked a hole through it. Like the only reason I remember to bring it up is because Frankie was like, "I gotta give you credit for that one. I wasn't expecting that." Like, Frankie didn't even think he was in danger. He was just like, "Wow, that's actually kind of impressive."
Yeah. Although like should Hody
Is
go
she
higher in
stronger
this tier?
than like Senior Pink?
Probably.
Maybe.
Maybe she does have a really good devil fruit.
Yeah.
Like she does have like
Uh,
the missile girl, which like is a pretty big attack. Like I think that damaged the Frankie Shogun like a bit too, but like only a bit.
yeah, only a little bit. Yeah, I think that's
Buffalo.
fine for her.
Buffalo is not great. He just kind
Yeah,
of like a
Buffalo
support
kind of
guy.
fucking suck. Could Buffalo beat the Kraken?
That's actually questionable. Probably not.
I don't think he could. I
Could he
don't
beat
think he could
Edio?
beat.
Could he
No,
beat Edio?
no, I think he's barely stronger than Brule, honestly.
Wait. Should we move Hody up in here because like Hody does take like a bunch of attacks and like is kind of
Oh, no, I
strong.
think you could put Hody right below Monet.
Yeah. And then I guess Octopus Boy goes with
Yeah,
him.
Yeah, sure. Why not? We're
Yeah,
being so nice to Hody.
Monet. Yeah, Monet's just like a little more impressive than most of the officers. Probably because she fights alone in Punk Hazard,
Probably
so
because
she
she
kind of
got
had to be.
like she had a more like singular arc.
Yeah, she kind of had to be stronger because she had to she was one of like the two fighters on Punk Hazard.
She really had to try and subdue Luffy.
Yeah, like the fact that she managed to have this whole thing to trap Luffy is already kind of great. Like
Yeah,
that big
like
snow barrier dome she did.
yeah, that was cool. All
Yeah,
right, Loud G.
Logi, dude, insurance fist. Ah,
hmm Like
but like,
like among like the Doflamingo mooks, he's like pretty good.
yeah, I mean he bullied Shinjao after his sickness started coming in.
Yeah, but we're not counting that. Like he
Uh,
could like here's the thing. Could he? I think actually he's pretty comparable to Beppo.
yeah, I think you
I
could
think
put him
like
in there.
G's Beppo tier.
Yeah, I think he'd probably give like Cavendish or Barto a good fight.
Yeah, like he'd lose, but he could fight.
Yeah, could he beat Aladdin though?
I don't think so.
Hmm. All right.
I think Aladdin would eventually just punch him to death.
All right, Match Vice is kind of like just a one-trick pony.
Yeah, no, he
Uh,
kind of he lost to Harudijin, so
yeah. So we got would Harujin beat like Bell? Harujin could probably beat like one of the officers, right?
he could probably beat them, but he's below Hody because his durability sucks.
Yep. All right, and then Dellinger, who is like probably one of the more impressive ones because he actually beats some members of the Grand
Yeah,
Fleet. I
but
think he's
then
like the
like the
only one who does.
yeah, but then like one question is like, if Bellamy wasn't injured, would Dellinger beat him?
Probably not. Like Bellamy's shown to be really fast and can hurt Luffy through his arm in hockey, which is probably more than you can say for Dellinger, who just beats
Yeah,
EDO
I
and
think you could put it. I think
and
you could put him like above Match Vice, but below Bellamy.
yeah,
Because Match Vice is not really a fighter. He just has like one attack, and it's just can you counter it or not.
yeah, and it's not even a good attack. I don't know,
No, it's not. It's
I was
not
not
like Punk.
I was not gonna compare him to Sai or Pika. I was thinking maybe yeah, I don't know who to compare him to. He's just
Yeah,
not
no,
great.
no. All right, Giola
Giola. Giola's
also
kind of
kind of
stupid.
sucks. He
She's
kind of
kind of
sucks.
if she gets you, if she has a strong start, she can kind of beat you because she almost beats Brooke, Nami, and
Yeah,
Chopper at
because
the
her
same
fruit's
time.
good, but
But
like,
in one on one single combat, she dies pretty quickly.
yeah, she's pretty. I think actually she's comparable to Brule. Where like, she has a cool fruit, but she kind of sucks at fighting.
Yeah. And Gladius, who's actually a really strong boy.
Like
He's
honestly, yeah, like one of the better mooks.
yeah. I'd put him
Obviously, he lost to Barto.
yeah. But the thing is even then I remember back in the old debate tourney days, whenever Gladius was in a tier, people would run for Gladius because he had poisonous needles and stuff like that and a lot of range and he just seems
Yeah,
like a
he's got
pretty great
a lot.
guy.
He's got a
Like
lot going for him.
yeah, he does. Uh
All right, yeah, I
yeah.
think that's fine.
Yeah. Sugar is
Sugar,
stupid.
Sugar is just like the diet version of Bonnie, where it's just one shot mechanic.
Yeah. She does tag 100 Tomtada that are surrounding her, which is pretty nutty. You could probably
Yeah,
put her in You could probably put her in A tier, maybe, just because it's the
her food
fastest
was.
insta win condition in the entire series.
Uh-huh. It's like realistically, could she be like the top four of Can Fight Oven? No, but her power is so fucking stupid. I think you could
Uh,
put her maybe like above Diamante or something.
I think below there is fine
Yeah,
because
yeah, I think that's fine. That
if we
works.
want to go based off portrayal, then she's weaker than Diamante because is ranked lower. But she could also beat Kaido off guard, so she'll could Diamante.
No, because Kaido could just hockey his way out of it.
Ah shit, you're right.
Yeah.
What
Who's
toy
next?
what kind of toy do you think Kaido would turn into?
Uh, like a. Well, the obvious answer is like a little blue Oni.
I think he would turn into a train, like a
He
little
turned
toy
into
train.
he turned into like a toy fish.
No, it'd be like a toy train that's shaped like a giant his dragon form. I
Oh,
think
that'd
that'd be
be
fun.
funny. Like it's really long.
Viola
Really, can't really fight.
wouldn't not probably wouldn't make it to Moria. She
No,
makes
like
those giant whale things, so she could
do
beat
those
fodder.
do any? Like, sure, she kicks Sanji and like Aoi, but like Sanji's fucking stupid when it's a woman. So like, does that mean anything?
It doesn't. She could probably be. Could she beat Arlong?
I think we should be generous and say if she works for Dofi, she can probably beat our one.
All right.
All right, Nami. Nami has Zeus now, so
Yes, she has Zeus, so she
and
probably
Zeus is
belongs in A tier. I
no,
think.
yeah, I think that's fair.
I think she could beat Pepe.
Hell yeah,
Probably
I believe
Sasaki
in her.
too, if she, like
Yeah,
or like Kiku, like
Sasuke kind of sucks.
yeah, because the thing is like even Nami can like still take hits. Like she took hits from Ulti. She even back in the day took hits from Khalifa. So like she
Yeah,
can like take attacks if she needs to. And now she has
yeah.
Zeus, which like gives her higher attack power than like most people here.
I don't know
Uh,
if we're going
she's
off
actually
of
kind of
attack.
she's actually kind
Like
of
if we,
comparable to Caesar, where it's like she has a
yeah,
lot.
she
She has
is.
a big bag of tricks, and like instead of like she has like way more attack power than Caesar, but like less good hacks, I guess.
Yeah. You know, if we're only going off of attack power, Nami is like top three in this whole list, which is really funny.
Yeah, she'd probably go in continent level, baby, because like she doesn't have like quite as strong a kick as Sai, but like it is like a pretty strong attack, and
Yeah,
she can do a bit more on top of it. She
yeah,
probably
pretty
wouldn't
much.
have beaten Ulti if like circumstances were different.
Yeah, obviously. Yeah, that's fine.
Yeah,
Who's
and also
next?
like one thing that's pretty insane is that Zeus can hurt like S Shark, where like even like Lucci, Zoro, and Luffy are having trouble hurting them. It's like it's pretty stupid.
Right.
And then we have Usopp, who sadly is probably the weakest Straw Hat at the moment.
Which is, intentional.
Yeah. He would probably beat an officer at this point.
Yeah, I
Um,
believe in him.
could he beat Hody?
Could he?
It's a good
Maybe if he
question.
land
It's a
like
good
the
question because like he doesn't have nearly he shouldn't have like nearly as much attack power as Luffy did back in
no,
Fishman Island.
because like his best attack power is just like the impact wolf.
Yeah, which like I guess like did one shot like one of the Fishman dude. So like it would probably hurt Hody a
So
decent
like maybe
amount.
he could beat Modi, but probably not.
He'd probably have to like use guerrilla tactics and like take a
Okay,
while
no.
to do it.
Okay, Puff, if we start every fight with Usopp being like 200 meters away, then yeah, he could beat a lot of these fucking people.
Oh yeah, probably. Okay.
But like, we're not doing that. Which, yeah, I think like
Yeah.
maybe he could beat Hody is fair.
Yeah, and the thing is against Pepe, like none of his attacks really did much, and like he never really helped a whole lot in Wano in
No,
general, unfortunately.
no, he helped with the morale.
He did. He just has to unlock his conquerors. Then he can put into a slingshot. Choppa? Okay, Choppa's kind of stupid because he fought Queen for like half an hour and didn't die.
Yeah, that's fucking insane.
That he could
And yeah,
probably like Monster Point Chopper is probably stronger than Jack. It's probably
also,
completely off. He's like
Monster Point,
he's aim dodging like Queen's lasers point blank.
also Monster Point has been improved, so there's that.
Yeah, it's like oh my god, Chopper. What the. Caesar like is like so cracked. He gave Chopper like a bit of advice, and suddenly he's
Yeah, no,
jacked here.
no. Caesar already said, "Hey, Chopper, you ever think of not being a little bitch?" And now Chopper's like jacked here.
I mean, like if you want to like downplay him, you could say like, oh, Queen was just playing around and he didn't like hurt Queen a whole lot, therefore he couldn't
Right.
beat Jack. But still, though,
I
he
think you
fought
could put him below.
Queen for half an hour.
I think you could put him below Pika, above Ulti.
Yeah, I think that's he definitely beat Ulti. Like,
Yeah.
cause can Ulti fight Queen for half an hour? Probably, but like, would she do as good? Probably not.
No, I doubt it.
Like, it kind of comes down to can you outlast Monster Point Chopper, which is pretty great
Yeah.
now.
Yeah, which is way better than it used to be.
Yeah,
All
and
right,
Robin, who is just slightly stronger than Black Maria.
Black.
She could probably beat who's she could probably like
I think
actually go to
she
the
can
top of
beat
A.
Oven.
Yeah.
Dude, Dude, she could beat Peril Sparrow. No,
Yeah, she
dude,
probably
Peril Sparrow.
maybe we should bring
No,
Pero down tier.
no, I think we should. But you know what's funny to think about? Robin and Peril Sparrow is like a quick draw. What happens first? She breaks his neck, or he turns her to candy.
No, the thing is, like, if he turns Robin to candy, Robin can just teleport out of it. Like she
Yeah,
has
that's
done
true.
that with she did that with like Treble's goo. She can just do that.
Yeah. So yeah,
Does she? Yeah,
I think it's a fine place for her.
yeah. And then
Oh
we got
no,
Soul
Puff,
King. Oh,
Puff, we're not following the weak trio, mid trio fucking headcanon.
oh my
No.
God. I am still sad. I'm still torn up to this day that Brooke doesn't
Oh,
have like
fightless Brooke.
prolonged traditional shonen anime 1v1,
He
and
wins.
it breaks my heart. Okay,
Okay.
now back in the day I really fought for Brooke in so many ways. I'd say like he's Cavendish but like way better. And I think that's still
Um,
fair to say.
I think Hakuba has like better like movement than Brooke. 'Cause,
Yeah,
like
I guess like
Hakuba
Brooke,
can like
like I think,
fucking
like
fly.
I guess like Brooke
No,
is like always travels on a straight line when he goes really fast,
oh,
whereas Hakuba can
I think
zip around. But like,
putting Brooke
all right,
around Carrot is fine.
all right, but like, you want to know like what my big thing for Brooke was? Like Brooke
Is it
versus
just your dumb
Cavendish.
lullaby argument?
No, like that. I'll get to that later. But like, I remember when it came to like Hakuba specifically, like Brooke beats Hakuba because of Ice Burn. Do you remember what that move does?
Isn't that the one that just makes the ground slippery?
Yes, he would make the ground slippery. Hakuba would slip on ice and go like, "Whoa!" and then he'd crash through a wall. And then Brooke would like, "I've already cut you." All right,
Nice.
and then like another like dumb thing about Brooke that like is like glanced over is that like he can just instantly put people to sleep and like hypnotize them.
But you know, you
Which,
assume there's a like a very easy
yeah,
limit to that.
like if he could just do it to anyone, he would have done it to Big Mom. So like,
Yeah, because he
I
did
think it's
fight Big Mom.
I think he could go like with Kyros if you really want to be generous, because like he did like kill a number. He does have like ice
Yeah.
powers and all these abilities. He was like relevant against Black
Oh
Maria.
no, no, you see,
And like if
no,
we
but
really want to be generous, maybe he is like as strong as Frankie and Nami. He just didn't have the chance for it. But
no,
like
no, no, no,
I
no,
don't
no, no,
that might
no,
be a bit
no,
much.
no, no, Puff. Brooke is like Zoro. He hasn't gone all out in the new world yet.
Please, please, I'm begging you. That big reveal. Oh.
He fights fucking Kuzan to like a tie.
I've been holding back this whole time because I was afraid my power would destroy the island we stand on. But I
That's
don't have to
great.
fear that right now. Ah, uh, Soul
hmm
King.
hmm All right,
Underworld hell spawn
that's
form.
great.
Full body armament skeleton.
Remember during Whole Cake Island, this was the anime because the anime makes everyone stupid. The anime, like Brooke was like fighting fodder really impressively, and a bunch of people just lied and said Brooke had observation hockey.
Yeah, and like you know what was actually great about the whole Cake Island filler?
That
Do
he
you remember?
beat Oven.
Yes, he literally just speed blitz Oven, froze him in ice, and then just left. That was the whole scene. It just happened. Oven doesn't come back for a while. Oven, Mr. Heatman who can boil the ocean, just gets frozen over, and
Of
Brooke just
course,
walks
it
away
means
the win.
nothing because, like, you know, if we include anime only content, Chopper did clash with Big Mom.
That is true. Dude,
Fucking
Monster
love that
Point
opening.
Chopper is just super great. He's
Yeah, dude.
insane.
Yeah, I love him. All right, and then we got
Frankie.
Frankie, who
He
uh,
barely beats Sasaki, but hey, not bad. He could probably
yeah,
beat. He could probably beat like he probably go with
I
enough.
actually think Kawamatsu versus Frankie would be a close fight.
Yeah, it would. Like maybe Kawamatsu doesn't have like the same like tanky ability as like Sasaki does, and like
Right.
head on power, but like he has the advanced observation. He has like full sword skills and like even Ryu
Right.
and stuff.
Well, Puff, one funny thing that's this is portrayal again. The first time we met Frankie, he was shown to be able to keep up with Luffy, and he is the only character who beat two CP9 members.
Yeah. Do you know what's so like great about like the Monster Trio dynamic? And like how every time they introduce a new crew member, like it's just like, is Sanji getting kicked out of the Monster Trio? Did
Yeah,
Robin
yeah,
just kick
exactly.
Sanji out of the Monster? Did Frankie just kick Sanji out of the Monster Trio?
Yeah,
Did Jinbei just kick Sanji out of the Monster
yeah.
Trio?
No, 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 no. Just Puff. The problem with like the fucking monster trio is like we have the monster trio, right? And
Yep.
it's like whoopee, we got the monster trio, and then we get Robin. No, and then we get Chopper, who it's like, oh, Chopper's weaker than Sanji. Okay, for now. And then we get Robin, and Robin like immediately like disarms all, and it's like, oh, okay. And then Chopper has Monster Point, and it's like, oh, Chopper might be the strongest crew member.
Yeah.
And we move
Unfortunately.
on, and then we move on, and but we also get Frankie, and it's like, oh wait, Frankie can like
Fight with
keep up with
Luffy.
Luffy. That's
And
That's
holy shit,
kind of
he blew out
insane.
this whole shipyard with his coup de burst. That's insane.
Holy shit!
He beat
Yeah.
two members of CP9. That's insane.
And Jinbei shows up, and then Yamato, who like almost joined, shows up, and everyone's like, "Sanji, no!" Okay,
Is
the
this a
thing
fair
about
place for
Jinbei is
Jinbei?
Jinbei is just actually really fucking strong.
No, he just is. He's as clear as that. I don't think he beats Doflamingo. He would definitely beat Cracker.
Okay, he beats Cracker because
But
type
like that's
advantage.
yeah, that is because type advantage. But like, is he like? Let's say that type advantage wasn't there. Would he beat Cracker?
May
Maybe, probably
the thing
not.
is, like, they're both armament specialists, and Jinbei's armament could be stronger, so maybe.
That kind of is funny to think that like Gear 3 Luffy couldn't even scratch Jinbei.
No, I believe that entirely.
Yeah, like it is true because like Jinbei, like in that arc in Whole Cake Island, was like able to like push Big Mom. He was just like a
Yeah,
capable fighter no matter where he was. Like even
yeah,
like helped against Katakuri a bit at the time.
yeah. So
Jinbei
yeah,
just
Jinbei's just like strong.
he's stronger than Jack. He fought for 5 days
Yeah,
against Ace, who is like a commander with a fire logo that can blow apart islands. Like, come on, he's
yeah.
definitely stronger than Neku. Come on. And then we
Let's
have
see
the
here.
Germa. All right, so Judge is
Judge
probably the
is easily the
weakest,
weakest one.
but like
Judge could beat.
he
Judge
fights
could,
Sanji briefly.
but like like there was a lot of
All right, wait,
bullshit into that.
but cheeky. In the cover story, in the flashback, he's fighting against Caesar and Queen at the same time. So he must be like Queen level. And
Yeah, that's how.
Queen is not even on this list because he's too strong.
Yes, that's not how that works. I think who's the weakest person Judge might be able to beat? I don't
Maybe,
think he could beat Puff. I don't think he could beat Brooke or Kairos.
yeah, that's fair, I guess. Uh,
Judge was fucking old Shinji. It's really
yeah, like
funny.
he only beats Sanji because like it's a cheap shot, and
Yeah.
even then,
But
like it's not
also
like he like
like
not. Yeah,
well, also the hit he did to Sanji was seemingly just a really fucking good hit.
yeah,
So yeah, he can hit hard.
yeah.
All right,
He's
and
kind of
now
fast.
and here's the
Rage.
thing
All right.
about here's the thing about the Germa Puff, like the Germa siblings. Uh, Ichiji technically blitzed
Oven.
Parasparrow. No, yeah, they technically blitzed Oven and Parasparrow.
Yeah.
Technically. Which is honestly feels like if they were like ready for it, they wouldn't have lost. But like, it's funny to think about.
All right. The thing is, like after the Queen fight, the Germas seem like a lot more impressive because like Queen even struggles to hurt Sanji. So like if they're all the same, which like they literally are, if anything, they'd be better because they have like the
Well,
full
I guess like
powers,
Hawk.
and
I
Sanji was only like
guess.
half
Oh, I
awakened.
guess like Sanji has better hockey than they do, so there's that.
That is definitely true. But like if they're like comparable at all, they kind of belong like probably
They're
an S's for
immensely
Samurai.
fucking. Yeah, just how fucking tanky they are. Like you could put them at the bottom just because, like fight wise, they're not that good at fighting.
Yeah, the thing is, Ichiji like seems to just like outright be stronger than Oven. Like based on like you could probably that's fair to say. I think
Oh yeah,
like below
there's
Snacks
a
would be
decent
fair.
chance he could beat
And
Oven.
like I'm just gonna assume that like all the siblings are like relatively equal.
Yeah,
And
except
yes, Yonji
Yonji's
is
the
too.
strongest one.
Yonji is too. Like
Fuck
yes,
you.
whoa, his anti feed is losing to Sanji. Oh wow, that's so bad.
Uh,
Sanji's such a
so,
weak
uh,
character. He
oh,
beat Oven.
no, no, Puff, all these fucking Sanji fans, ooh, Judge caught Sanji off guard. But when Sanji catches Yonji off guard, it's a completely legitimate feat.
Like, all right, who like beats like the Germa? Like, it's like Big Mom catches Niji and Yonji. Katakuri beats Ichiji, and
Beats
Veiju
the
gets
shit
caught
out
by
of
Smoothie.
Ichiji.
And all those
Right.
characters are so strong they wouldn't even be on the list. So
No,
this is a
they
completely
don't. Well, I mean, except for Smoothie, because like she hasn't fucking done anything. Like Smoothie could be weaker than Snack for all we know.
no, but my Yonko parallels.
Wait, she's supposed to parallel Queen?
Yes, Queen.
Like, King and Katakuri very obviously have story writing parallels, but that's like it.
What about Jack and Cracker? They have story
They don't
writing
have
parallels
shit.
too.
Who's next?
Alright, then we have Speed Jiru,
Oh,
the
let's
fastest
explain
man
speed.
on
I want
Whitebeard's
to explain
crew.
that.
Alright,
Let me
alright,
explain
alright,
this.
alright, alright, you can do it.
Fucking speed Junior. Alright, so Kizaru can attack at the speed of light. Marco is able to block Kizaru. Marco is the commander on Whitebeard's crew. And yet Speedjiru is the fastest person on Whitebeard's crew. Meaning Speedjiru is faster than light.
All right. Thing is, like, I've had arguments about people like this, and even like with my own brother. Like, Kizu launches the lasers. They're traveling. They're halfway towards Whitebeard, and then in comes Marco from like way off to the side, out of nowhere, suddenly in there to block the attack. So he is relative to the speed of light, like maybe even like as fast if you really want to be generous. But like even then, like so, Speed Jiru is faster than Marco, and I know he's like a literally a nothing character. But like I think it's fair to put him like with the Tobi Roppo and like with Oven. I think that's completely fair given like
It's
his
just like,
position.
no, just because he's so fucking fast, it's just funny.
I guess like maybe we put him to, like below Kinemon and
No, just to
uh
be nice.
Denjiro just to be nice. And then my man Kuriel fought off Moria.
In filler.
Yeah,
In
like
filler.
I think it's hilarious how in filler to like hype up one of like Whitebeard's like lowest guys. They just had him like fight Moria and have it be like a
At
standoff.
this point is like so fucking injured.
They're like I guess like at that time it kind of implies this guy's like as strong as Luffy is. But then
That
like,
makes sense.
that's not like great compared to most people on
That
this
fucking
list.
sucks. Does that mean there's a bunch of vice admirals here who can one shot this guy? All right,
He is like
and hey,
wait, what ship is he the captain of? I'm gonna look up like One
it's like
Piece crew.
11th maybe.
One
And remember,
Piece.
ship number does not correlate to strength.
That is true, but like just because like the 10th division, okay. It's just that like, Marco's the first, Ace the second, Joe's the third, Vista's the fourth. So it seems like the higher it is generally, the stronger you are.
Like
He's
Izo's
like the
pretty
lowest.
high up too.
Yeah, like which one was Ezo? I forget. Was he like fifth?
Was he like he was either 5th or 7th, I think.
Ezo 16th. Oh boy, that then
Sixth?
yep, that blew it out of the water.
Wait, Puff, that's why I thought 6th because it was 16th. A genius. All
Oh
right, never mind.
shit.
Nope. Doesn't mean shit. All right, that's it. Put speed you higher.
Okay, yep. All right. Number doesn't mean anything. Oh wait, what number is Jiro? Just out of curiosity.
I think he's like 8th, maybe, or is he 14th?
Jiro.
Oh, Jiro.
Oh,
No,
that's
that's
not.
not Jiru. I think it's like
Oh no, this is a
J
filler
I
character. Oh,
R
okay,
U.
wait, speed. I'm gonna look up speed Jiro. Maybe that's it. Okay, speed.
Yeah.
Speed Jiro. Okay, 14th. All right.
Okay.
Look at my
I'm so
man.
fucking smart.
Look at my man.
Fastest
Wait, I
white
wonder.
beard
I wonder. Is he
commander.
on like? Is he on versus battle wiki? I want to see what they have to say. Versus battle wiki.
Please,
Please,
what do
please
they
give it
say?
versus. Okay, okay, okay,
No, no,
okay.
no. That's Jiro. That's a different one.
Oh.
That's a much stronger one.
Okay, One
No,
Piece.
he's not here. No.
Okay, what about shit. Okay, who else is here that could be funny? Let's do Carrot. What did I have to say about Carrot?
Oh, you know they're gonna jerk the fuck out of Carrot.
All right, Carrot, One Piece. All right. Now, powers and stats. Tier 7A higher with Electro. Okay, what does 7A mean?
Puff, you're forgetting how fucking stupid tiering systems are.
Mountain level. Let's go.
Carrot could blow up a mountain.
All right, that means she could kill Pika in one hit. Let's go.
Totally. I fucking love it.
All right. Oh, this is the
No,
guy that inspired this whole video because this man is he just runs a gauntlet in Wano and is like low key so strong.
no, he did what he was kind of like the Virgo of Wano.
Like okay,
He's
like
here with his completely own motivations, just powering through people.
like, all
Because,
right,
yeah,
all right.
he beat Drake, made a poo run away, and then killed Izo.
I mean, like to be fair, he had like his buddy with him, but like even
Yeah.
then, like it was like a 2-on-2, and then crew runs away. He's scared to fight
Poo's
these
not a
guys.
fucking idiot.
And like even then before that fight, they had like Conjo's giant fire like ghost just fall on top of them, and they're like just fine.
Yeah, and there's
They
like
just
that
walk
kind
it
of guy.
off.
This is not as cool because he didn't make it as far.
But like I think it's fair to just put him like right
Yeah,
beside.
but he's not as cool. He didn't make it as far, and he doesn't have as cool of a hat.
What's insane about it is just like these guys have no names. They're never
No,
given a
they're
name.
literally nameless, and I fucking love them.
I know these nameless characters are now just members of CPs are nameless, and they just wipe the floor with Drake, who is like a character people have been anticipating for so long. Literal no names come out of nowhere and embarrass him and
Yeah,
Drake.
Drake Blue. It's so funny. Yeah,
So great.
no, they're weirdly strong. All right.
Oh, I also put
Um.
Stussy here just because I want to put
Okay.
someone else above Jack.
And also, yeah, because of her stupid fucking one-shot ability against Lucci.
Also, like if these guys are this strong with no names, imagine what an actual member of CPC can do.
But what about when they get names, dude? Because people are like, "Oh, he's dead." Nah, he's fine. I believe in him. All
And
right,
like, dude, it's kind of maybe this isn't like a great feat because like many people can do something similar, but like he held back a King Kong gun like with like just long enough for Kyle to hit him, which like I'm
good
sure
for
like
him.
other people can do that like to a similar effect if they just like attacked Luffy at the same time.
Good for
But like
him.
he went in like arms locked with Luffy, Iron Body, your arms not moving for like at least a few more seconds.
Yeah, great for him. He knows what's up.
Could he beat the
All right.
Germa kids?
I kind of want to say he can.
I want to say so too because it'd be funny, but I don't think so. I think that's a
No,
bit
probably
much.
not. But it's fun to imagine.
Smoker. People shit on Smoker a lot just because he lost to Virgo, but we put Virgo pretty high.
Because how high we put
And
Vergo
like, all right,
losing to him doesn't. Oh, he also
all
got
right,
dicked on by Law.
all right. Yeah, that's true. But like, all right, listen to me here. See Prism Stone.
Die,
Instant
Risa.
eggs, instant eggs. Everyone here. Instant.
Except for Nami
Yeah, that's
and
true.
Speedjiro.
All right, I guess. He's
Be
definitely stronger than
Speedjiro too.
Caesar.
Be
Um,
Speedjiro too.
like the thing is, like you can be mean to Smoker, but like because Virgo's like really strong, you can also be kind of charitable to him at the same time.
Uh-huh. Yeah, it's like
Like
losing to Vergo. It's not
honestly,
like a big
honestly,
L.
I think he could beat Oven, but like it's kind of hard for me to like prove that he can just because he hasn't
Yeah.
been that great. It's just that because like Virgo's really strong, I can give Smoker the benefit of the
Yeah.
doubt.
Oh, and one thing that we can give. One thing where this applies to Smoker even more than it applies to the captains of the Grand Fleet. When he shows up, he's going to be a lot fucking higher.
That is true. I know a lot of people
No, no,
feel like that's not gonna happen for some reason.
those people are stupid. The
Like
next time
people,
we see
like I've
Smoker,
heard it.
he's
Like,
going to be stronger than a commander.
but Shiki, he's just being replaced by Kobe and Fujitora now. Smoker's
If
not
you
even a
really not
character.
sure. No, but I think that's I think since we're being very generous to Smoker, I think that's fine.
Yeah. Like I like honestly, I never understood people who said like page one can beat Smoker. I never understood it.
To
But
be
like,
fair, those people would also think we put page one criminally low.
yeah, I guess so. All right,
All right.
Tashigi, who unfortunately
Weaker than Monet.
is probably
Oh,
like,
could Tashiki be a pacifista? Probably. I'm gonna say she can. I don't think
well,
she's that
the
fucking
think about it
strong.
like this: she one shot Monet, and we do see like other officers from Dofi's family like take Gear 2 attacks like Gladius and stuff.
Also,
So maybe you can scale her there.
yeah, but also Monet is way stronger than her.
That is true, but she still one shot Monet when she got the chance.
Yeah, dude, that's because swordsmanship, dude.
I mean, I guess like Monet was like in shock, so like maybe it doesn't
Yeah,
really count. But Tashiki's so cute, isn't she? Why can't we just put
yeah,
her in E tier?
yeah. I think that's nice.
She
He
could
can
beat
beat a
Orlumbus.
pacifist.
I think she could
Yeah,
beat
why not?
Orlumbus.
Why the fuck
I
not?
think she
Orlando
could
is
beat
weak.
Rear Admiral Strawberry. I think she'd beat
Yeah,
Rear Admiral
sure. Why
Strawberry.
not? Momonga though.
Okay, Momonga. There's like two versions of Momonga to argue about. The one who actually exists, and then the one that exists in people's heads. So like, okay, what does he do? He, um, he kills a
Stabs
Sea
his
King.
hand.
Okay, yeah,
Kills the
he
key.
uh,
Kills the Sea King. Stabs his hand and
cuts
one shots
Luffy.
Luffy in a
Not
joint
not
attack
even
with
one
Gail.
shots. Luffy had a terrible day at Marineford, and he was just the
That's true.
last guy to come in.
And, yeah, Momonga and I think Dalmatian do a combo attack on
They had
Luffy.
to team up on a tired, beat up Luffy. Like, all right, like sure, a Sea King's pretty impressive, but like we also knew Frankie could kill Sea King. So like going off like imperialism and what we can measure, Momonga belongs like here. He does.
Yeah.
But in this one filler arc, he fights Zoro very briefly, and I
It's
want to imagine
really
And
fucking funny.
Momonga's so cool, dude. He's so cool. I want him to be high, so he should probably go with
Mhm.
I don't know, here, I guess.
Even though off of everything we've seen, he really should just go down there.
No, I'm keeping him here. I don't care what the
Yeah.
Momonga fanboys have to
Yeah,
say. I
and
will not
okay,
listen to it.
no. Also, vice admirals are also going to go in the thing we mentioned, where the prominent vice admirals next time we see them probably are going to be a little stronger than how we've seen them.
Yeah, but at the same time, the rank Vice Admiral ranges so much. Like Manyard gets like off-screen by Bartop, and then you have like Virgo at the complete end of the spectrum.
I mean, technically, we have Garp at the complete
Well,
end
yeah,
of the
but the
spectrum.
Garp's even like dumber. Like I'm just thinking, like the average man, your average Marine Admiral, Vice Admiral,
Mm-hmm. And then we got
Onigumo.
Onigama,
All right, you
who
can actually make a
Onigama
case for
dicked
Onigumo.
on Marco, baby.
Yeah, Sea Prism Stone Marco, which is actually pretty great considering how fast Marco is.
Except like if we're being honest, what happened was Marco, wow, bleeding out on the ground, looking after Whitebeard, got handcuffed from behind, which
All right,
doesn't mean anything.
but could you tell me that he can't beat Carrot? It's a close fight, I think,
I don't
based on
think he
what we've
can beat
seen.
Carrot. I don't. No, Puff. I think he's Momonga tier. He just did something funnier.
All right, I guess he'd go above
No,
Momonga.
he's stronger than Momonga because he has a devil fruit.
I mean, could they? Are they stronger than Hody?
No, I think they could both beat Hody.
Yeah, that's fair. Okay, Bastille is also like a
The
vice
Steve
admiral, not great.
sucks.
Bastille's kind of the worst one here. Like he cuts apart some buildings, but like that's literally it.
No, he just exists to get dicked on by Sabo, who, as we can now see, is like insanely strong.
Yeah, no, it's stupidly strong. In fact, let's just get that to right now. Burgess is here. All right. I know we all dicked on Burgess. We've all done it from time to time, but it is Sabo we're talking about. Like
Well, also Puff
you wouldn't say
Virgo.
Ichiji is terrible because he lost to Katakuri,
No,
right?
also
Like,
Puff Burgess has the strong fruit.
all right, but like what I am actually more interested in is like his shock elbow, which like shook the entire Coliseum.
Yeah. No,
So like
Puff, I'm gonna stand by this. Burgess can beat every scammer. Fuck you.
I
And
I am totally on board with
I
that,
think,
honestly. Like
dude,
the
okay,
fact that he
the
can
thing
like
is,
survive against Sabo as long as he did is kind of good.
hmm not to mention he was using some fucking knife for some reason.
Like he wanted to like steal Luffy's devil fruit, so he was using a knife, I
You
guess.
have to like stab Luffy, I guess.
And like we do see like his lariats can like tear apart buildings from a distance, and like when he's not even like trying to destroy them, which is pretty cool.
Yeah,
Like
I
that's not like
believe
an
in
insane
Burgess.
feat. That's not like an insane feat thing, but I just think it's really neat. I think it's cool.
Yeah.
Oh, and also, do you remember like his actual best feat ever?
Which one is it again?
It's when Koala's like hiding from him, and he's like, "Ah, there's Straw Hat," and then he jumps down from the King's Plateau, and Koala's like, "Oh my God, he jumped from so high, and his legs
He's
don't hurt
like,
at all."
bounces.
Oh my God, how does he do it? That leg strength, it's
He,
amazing.
he just like bounces down. Yeah, it's
All
pretty
right,
great.
can he beat Ulti though?
I like to say he can.
I'd like to say he couldn't though. I
I think
think
it's just
that's
because
fun.
you like Oldie.
I do like
and I like
Ulti, but also,
Burgess.
all right, but think about it. Burgess like took a Sabo attack and died. Uh, Ulti took a Big Mom attack and was still able to keep chugging along.
I don't think Ulti could take that fire fist very well, though.
Yeah, but like the thing is, like Luffy said, "Oh no, Gear 4, help me, help! Oh no,
Okay,
Ulti, you're
okay,
so
Puff.
strong.
Let's say okay,
Your
but Puff.
Dorky
Let's
is
say
so high,
no, but
Ulti."
Puff. No, but Puff. Let's say Burgess has Luffy held down, and he's about to hit him with a huge attack, and Luffy has to break out and go fight Kaido. I think
All
we
right,
might get a similar reaction.
all right, fair. That's fair.
All
I
right,
know
who's
people. I
next?
know people are gonna hate us for like putting Burgess above the Scabbards, and like I feel people are gonna be mad if we put him above Oven,
No,
which
no,
I don't understand.
I feel like the reason they won't be is because like we just have to is like because this is like we'll see this later. By the next time we see Burgess like actually have a 1v1, he's gonna have to be a lot stronger. So I think just based off of that, people aren't gonna get that mad at
Yeah,
us.
and also again, this is Sabo. Like again, like if Katakuri or King beats someone, that's not like a really great anti feat or anything. These are
No,
really
it's
strong
not.
guys.
Yeah, Sato's a fucking monster.
He
Who's
is
next?
Dory and Brogy, who
Yeah, they're too strong for this.
That is true, but I want to stick by this because in my like video, I put them at the top of my list because like unlike a character like Enel or Crocodile, like you know when you have to make the case like all right, when they appear later, I'm sure they'll be a lot stronger or they'll show like way more impressive feats to like keep up with the rest of the power creep going on. But with Dorian Brogy, you don't have to change a thing or like retcon anything or like introduce any new elements.
Really, just the
They're
worst thing is
already like stupid.
really just the worst thing is Dory getting his hand impaled.
Yeah, and like even
No,
then,
that's
that was like
Bug.
already
Bug
when
got
he
his
was
hand
like.
impaled.
And even then, if we're going by like hockey logic, which like didn't exist back then, but like retroactively it kind of does. It's like, all right, cool. He was out of hockey because like he fought Dory and like was
He's
just out of
always
it.
out of hockey because he's always fighting Dory.
Yeah, and
And
like again, like I know a lot of people say like, oh, but Mister Three beat him, but like that was just because he was really like he was like injured, battered, beaten, and like was literally just got finished fighting someone who is as strong as him. So I
yeah,
wouldn't count it against him.
really just the big thing
It's
is
like saying Raisin is like super amazing, or that Luffy's not very strong because Luffy wouldn't beat Raisin after his Katakuri fight or something.
yeah, that was funny. One thing that I do think is worth pointing out is how fucking big the Island Eater is.
Oh, dude, it's insane. Like it literally eats whole islands in one gulp, and these guys just blast it apart. They're just like they're just island level.
Yeah, that was with their shitty broken weapons.
Yeah, it's great. Also, like if you want to take more lore into account, they like ruled the seas 100 years ago. So like maybe they're like prototype Pirate King level.
Hell yeah. Or like a fun thing we can bring up is currently they're allied with Shanks.
Yeah, like again, like you didn't have to change a thing, and they're already like lore wise in a position to be like some of the strongest dudes in the story. Like not like top 30 or anything, but like really great,
Strong.
all things considered. In fact, I want to I put them above Stussy at the moment, and like maybe with Neku and
Oh,
Inu.
no,
That seems like
I put them like I think a little above. I put them above Inu and Neko. I think they're the stronger duo.
yeah, that's fair. They do
Yeah, that
have an
works.
island pulverizing attack.
Yeah. All right, and then we got
Nolan and Colgar, which is a weird one, but it's a fun one because
okay, because
Nolan,
here's the thing. Noland has one really fucking insane feat, and
and
that's
it's
when he
not cutting the
kind of
snake. It's not
no,
cutting the snake.
it's when he was trapped in that gutter, and he kind of sorta picked up a whole island, like half an island. He lifted it up after being stuck there all day. He
Yeah,
was
like it
tired. He
folded
was
in on him.
stuck.
It
Oh, yeah, he's
folded in on.
also in like a terrible position too.
Yeah, it's great.
Yeah, so
Uh,
like, that alone kind of makes like okay, Puff. If I had it my way, I would put them at the top because I think it's really funny.
the thing is, like, Nolan did make it to the New World and seemed to like actually like thrive there.
Also, you don't know how strong the New World was back then.
I mean, I guess that's true. But like,
But
still,
like,
like that's pretty great. That's pretty cool.
yeah,
Like, you
but
could
like it's just
retroactively make them like high tiers, and like it wouldn't be inconsistent with anything.
oh yeah, no, Oda could just as easily be like, oh yeah, those two guys from Skypiea, they're like admiral level.
Yeah.
Like, through the wall.
Dude, imagine Nolan Colgar like tag teaming like Big Mom or something or
It'd be
Kaido.
so funny. It'd be great.
I guess like what do you think is the most moderate place to put them?
Okay, to be like fair, I do think like maybe like around Chinjiao, it's just like oh they were old and strong.
Yeah, I guess so. Although they weren't like old men or anything. They're just old like
No, I
as
just
like
mean like
literally.
oh, I just mean like oh we don't fully understand their strength type of thing.
Alright. Uh oh my man, Caribou, the 11th Straw
He
Hat.
he also okay. First of all, he is the most likely to join, and second of all, he has a pocket dimension.
Pocket dimension? That's like third dimensional, right?
Hell yeah! I mean, so does Brule, but
Oh wait, sorry, not third dimensional, fourth dimensional.
I mean, so does Brule, but
Alright, now the thing is, like, I know
does
some
he
people are gonna
fight?
say I'm crazy for this, but I think Caribou like gets smarter and stronger as the series goes on. Cause like we see like all right after like Peckham's like one shots him and says like ah you Logias are so arrogant. You think you can just waltz anywhere, but then
Well,
one hockey
actually,
punch
no.
and
Let's be fair. Peckham's does it, and then Jinbei does it, and then he learns his lesson.
yeah. But like then the next time we see him, he's fighting like that guy who works for
He's
Kaido on
fighting
the factory
Scop,
island.
a different. No, he's fighting a different Scopper.
Yeah, and then he does like the kind of Katakuri thing where like he makes like a big hole in his stomach to dodge this Gatling gun, which was probably
He's a
hockey infused
genius.
because this is like a Kaido subordinate. So like, oh,
Yeah,
he's learning to dodge the
yeah,
hockey, and
dude,
like,
he has future sight.
and also he sank an entire factory into the ground like with his swamp
He
fruit.
did liberate an entire island from Kaido, which is pretty great.
Yeah, so like I remember like having like a stupid debate with like Sanjiro back in the day
Oh, it
about him
wasn't Scotch,
versus
it was
Monet,
Scotch. My bad.
with him
What?
versus Monet. Like I remember
Was
having
he
a
like, was
dumb.
he like when man freezes the swamp?
Yeah, I was like, he'll just freeze us all. I'm like, all right, but like, disregarding that, who has better feats? The woman who like can kill Tashigi, or the guy who liberated an island from one of Kaido's supporters and
I
sank
mean,
an entire
Monet still
factory into the
has better
ground
feats
as a
because of what
pocket
she.
dimension?
I mean, Monet still has better feats because of what she did to Luffy.
Oh yeah, no, that's definitely true. But like, Caribou probably lose to Hody, if we're being honest.
Okay,
But like,
Supernovas, he's not.
I think he's like Doflamingo family, like
Okay, no.
Grand Fleet
Okay, no.
level
Puff, the
in that
nicest
range.
I no, Puff, the nicest thing I would agree to is he can beat Match Vice.
But dude, he totally could, couldn't he?
Okay, but Match Vice is a fucking idiot.
That is true. All right,
No, no, we're
NL.
being really, really generous.
All right, this is
All right,
where I
so
make
with
people
Nell,
mad.
okay, so with the Nell, there are exactly two ways to scale him, and that's you're hyper literal and you're like, oh, he thought Luffy was fast, so he fucking sucks dick now, or
No,
the
no,
more
no.
broad, he was kind of fucking cracked, so like you know,
Like the thing is that I do believe in that thing where like the speed just like got really out of hand, and NL like you think he'd be one of the fastest characters in the series still, but like he probably isn't, just because like he called the golden rifle fast, and like
dude,
so
we don't
like a
know
lot
how
you
fast.
can make you can make a case for a lot of these characters just like speed blitzing him, and his
But
observation
Puff,
hockey
we
still not
don't
being able
know
to
how
keep up.
fast the golden rifle was.
Is it faster
We
than Gear
don't know.
2? Is it faster than Gear
We,
2?
we
Which is
don't know
Luffy's
that.
super speed form?
Yeah, Puff, it had that fucking momentum.
Alright, I think like to be fair, like he'd probably get one shot by like most people here, but like he
Okay,
can
he has no
still
durability.
yeah, he has
Dude,
no
he's like
durability.
roasting on me.
But like he has a insane amount of range and power, so like he could probably still beat most of these
Yeah.
guys with
And like
favorable odds.
like we can't bring up the whole oh he would have a 500 million berry bounty like that's pretty cool. Like that's something.
Well, I mean, I imagine it'd
That's
be just because like kid reasons where like they're just super violent and
yeah.
would be a
Like
like
you know
he'd
that's
literally be a tyrant.
it's like you know that's something. He would have a high bounty.
But like I don't know
No,
where to put him though, because like it's like a he
I don't
could
know
beat
because
a
the
lot
thing
of
is
people in
like
favorable positions, but also lose against most of
yeah.
them, just
Because
depending
the
on
thing
what
is like
distance they start
because
at.
it is like how hyper literal we are versus like how the story actually treats him. Because like
Yeah, no.
if
When he
like
comes
if
back,
we
he's gonna be
asked
super great, obviously. But
yeah
like, if we're
which he
just
does
like
like
Skypiea
yeah.
feats only,
Because like if we asked Oda like oh could and Oda actually answered power scaling questions like oh could Enel from Skypiea beat the Flying Six, I imagine Oda would say yes, but we're not Oda, we get to be mean.
that is totally fair. But death of the author, fuck him.
we get to be mean.
Speed Jiru beats NL.
It was faster.
Alright, you know what? I'm just gonna put him here just to say Speed Jiru beats NL, and I think
Sure,
that's fun.
why not?
Jiru is faster. We know that for sure.
Yeah, hell yeah, he is. Yeah,
Like
sure,
maybe
why
that's
not?
there's not really a good place to put NL just based off Skype feats. I don't think just because it'd be like
Yeah, no,
so wild and
it's
varied.
kind of awkward. Yeah. All
Yeah.
right,
So
what's
like I'm just
next?
gonna put him in the middle. It's
Yeah, sure.
Nightmare Luffy.
Okay, so Nightmare Luffy bullied Oars, who can hit pretty fucking hard.
So he's definitely stronger than a pacifista, but is he
Oh yeah, he could
stronger than
absolutely beat a
Tashigi?
pacifista.
Can he beat
Could he
Tashigi?
beat Tashigi?
Can he beat Tashigi?
Uh, maybe.
Look at Tashigi. She's so cute. Look at her.
No,
Look at
sure,
her.
he can't beat Tashigi. Why not? It's funny.
She's so cute. Look at her.
Although, if like we're realistic with like his strength feats, he should probably go really fucking high.
I think he'd beat like a. I think like at most he could like
Dude, put
beat
him
the
right
Doflamingo
above
officers.
Put him right above Haruto.
Yeah, I think this is actually a pretty good place for him because like with like the gear. I'm just gonna name this here to Gear to Luffy Punch, just so just because like the fishermen are there.
Just perfect way to test them.
All right, Monet can block a bunch of Gear 2 Luffy punches. That's why she's at the top. And at the
Mhm.
bottom, we have people who would die to like one Gear 2 Luffy punch.
Yep. All right, who's next?
Moria.
Okay, let me explain because that's Shadow's Asgard. Shadow's Asgard Moria. It was technically an island ship, but he punched an island in half.
Yeah, no, dude, he's like really cracked. But at the same time, he couldn't really even hurt Luffy.
No,
But like maybe that's
okay,
just because he
okay.
didn't use hockey or whatever.
No, to be fair, he trapped Luffy in Batbox. If he had hockey, he would have won.
He would have won. All
Dude,
right,
he trapped Gear 2 Luffy in Batbox. That's pretty good speed feed.
all right, dude. If it was Zoro in that box, he would have killed Zoro flat
Oh
out.
no, he would have actually killed Zoro. Zoro would
I
have
think
died.
like with what Shadow Asgard can do, he can probably like
Just the
probably
problem
go
is
up.
like the problem is just like he can't take hits.
Maybe he could beat Leo G, or maybe Leo G
Maybe
would beat him.
I actually think that's a pretty fair place to put him.
Yeah, like he'd beat like the like I think like with Hody it'd just be like maybe Hody could like outspeed him and hit him because like he could
Maybe.
just barf up all the
But then
shadows. But
the
like
thing is
but
like
if
if
he takes a
Moria,
hit, he takes a hit,
yeah,
he's gonna feel it.
yeah, but that's the thing. Like if Moria hits anyone below him once, they're going to die.
Yeah, and because he can use things like black box or like stuff like his shadow to like hold him in place or like trick him and stuff like or even like just teleport with his shadow, which is pretty great.
Yeah.
Like maybe.
Moria is also another thing where if you asked Oda and Oda put him higher, it wouldn't surprise me.
Yeah. Again, the title Warlord does take on a lot more meaning the more we see of the One Piece world. So
Yeah.
it could just be like like you could be cheered one just like yeah he was probably this strong to begin with and we were
Yeah.
just like didn't
Okay,
really know.
but here's a non-feat. Him fighting Kaido is not a feat because all we know is that he fucking lost.
Yeah, no, like that is kind of dumb. That's like saying like I remember like when
That's
Kid
because people
lost to
usually
Kaido,
say Kid was
when
impressive.
Kid yeah like when Kid lost to Kaido, no one thought it was impressive that he lost to Kaido, and rightfully so.
No, that's not true. A lot of people, a lot of Kid wankers, because they're the worst fans, said the fact that Kid didn't die is a feat.
Dude,
No,
he's
like the
Moria
mere,
tier.
yeah,
He's
look,
Moria
they would
tier.
say the mere fact that he fought Kaido is a feat, which I wanted to kill them over. It was a terrible argument.
Oh, you know what that reminds me of?
What?
This is again back in the Mio days. It was Zoro versus Koala. You remember that one, right?
Oh my, that one fucking hurt.
Oh, it was just like, but we haven't seen Koala fight yet, so she could probably most likely beat Zoro. I want to believe so. It's like, all right, sure, maybe that's true, but like based on
We
what we
also haven't
know,
seen Zoro go all
I
out.
don't think so. Like we haven't seen
Yeah, that's
either go
fine.
all out, and Zoro was a lot better at the time. So like, why would you pick Koala? Because you like her. That's the only reason why you would.
Yeah, you don't like Zoro. All right,
And
who?
Perona, who
Okay,
I guess could just
Perona's just another haha one shot mechanic.
we could put her with. I think she could honestly beat like Treble and Diamante.
Well, she has a better one shot mechanic than Sugar because of the range, and also she can blow you up.
Yeah, she just has a lot more versatility. And like one kind of insane thing is that like she can fly around and like maybe move through walls and just like her normal body now,
Yeah. Oh, and
which she couldn't do before.
here's here's a fact. Um, and I'll stand by this. If we didn't have Usopp, Perona would have beat the entire crew during Thriller Bark.
Yeah, she would have. It
The
was
entire
totally an L
crew
situation. It was
would have
literally
just
an L.
lost to Perona, which is awesome.
It's so great. She was just an L all over again, but with the
It's like
funny
we watched
ghost
that
attack.
Ohara without Zoro video, and there were maybe like two arcs where it's like, yeah, they probably would have died, but I don't think any of the Zoro ones were nearly as definitive as just, yeah, we would not have beat Thriller Bark without Usopp.
Usopp had to hard carry in Thriller Bark, dude. He was fighting the strongest person there by far.
What up, lad? Good for him. Who's
Inazuma.
so Inazuma is like I feel
All right.
like now
The
that we
thing
know more
is,
about the revs,
yeah,
we can equate Eva to like the commanders, right?
yeah. Or like
So you
not
can
even
equate
commanders. I think like it's equating to
no,
like
no,
the
I mean
Flying Six or
revolutionary.
something.
No, I mean like the Revolutionary Army commanders.
Oh yeah, yeah.
You could equate Inazuma to those four mooks and Koala that we all just met.
Yeah. Like the right
And
hand
like,
men to the actual commanders.
yeah, so like they can like probably fight, but like they're not that good. Their only like L is fucking Magellan, but Magellan is fucking weird, so that's
Yeah,
not a good point.
yeah. Like the thing is, like based off like based off of Impel Down, he always seems like a helpful guy, but doesn't do anything outright
Yeah,
impressive.
it doesn't really
But
fight.
because Eva would go like in the top of this tier, and he's Eva's right hand man, like it seems like all right, he could have been like this strong, and it would still make sense, or
Yeah, at the
like this
very
strong,
least,
it would
like
still
put
make
it.
sense.
Yeah, at the very least, put it like around like treble maybe.
Yeah, like the story he can be here, and the story still makes complete sense because he only
Yeah,
just lost to Magellan, and that's it.
yeah, and Magellan is kind of like a better Anel, where it's like he kinda has like some bad durability and speed stats, but his attack stat is so fucking stupid that
Yeah,
even after the
it's
time
so
skip, he's
much
still a
higher.
menace.
Anel like couldn't even one shot people like Wiper or like Zoro, but like Magellan one shots like people who like even arguably should be stronger than him, like Blackbeard,
Yep.
and probably some commanders too. All
Then we
right,
got
all
is
right,
that dude?
the final one.
We saved the strongest for last. That's crazy.
Yeah, no, okay, so like let's explain this to those plebeians in the audience.
To
Okay,
the idiots who
we
don't
know
understand.
we know that kid lost an arm when he fought the red-haired pirates. Now
And
everyone
we
immediately assumed
know
it was Ben Beckman, but Ben Beckman doesn't have a
because
sword, doesn't have
speaking
slashing attacks. He has
and
a
like
gun.
Puff,
You
here's the
idiots.
one rules that we know about Shanks' crew through his two encounters, which were Whitebeard and Kid. He both times sent Rockstar to initiate contact. So presumably the last time he fought Kid, Rockstar was also the one who initiated contact, and
Also, he
therefore
has a sword. He
and
has a.
therefore
He's
was
like there's like what?
probably the one who cut Kid's arm off, which is not a strength feat at all. It's just funny.
Yeah,
His kid
and
probably sucked back then.
wait, but the thing is like I don't think we're given an exact timeline, so you could interpret this as like happening like right before the whole Wano
That
stuff,
would be
right? And the
so.
alliance.
Kid's already awake.
And the thing is, like, a kid at this point would be stronger than like Doflamingo at that point, at least. So, like, if you want to really take this home and like try and get him as high as possible, you can.
Also, another thing is that it's stated that Shanks has a very small crew, and to balance that out, he has the strongest like individual members of the Emperor crew, and
Yeah,
obviously that includes Rockstar.
yeah. Like, are you really gonna tell me you'd be surprised if Rockstar could like beat a commander? Tell me, be
Here's
honest.
another one. Don't you think it's interesting that Shanks, over all this time, only brought in one new rookie to his crew ever, and it was Rockstar? Like, that's pretty interesting. Like, what did Rockstar do to earn that?
Wait, but then like, wasn't there this line where like Shanks did his conquerors like Wano, and then like he said, "Captain, calm down. All the newbies are like passing out," or something like that. Wasn't there a line like that?
He may have. All the movies, they only met Rockstar. Captain Rockstar's fucking passing out over here. What are you doing? You can't be hurting him like that. He's our
All right.
next generation. He was our plan if Luffy didn't work out.
All right, so like assuming that he is the one who beat Kid, like lowest he can go is like maybe
Super
like
low.
here, I guess, somewhere like that.
But he's a commander
But
on Shanks's super strong crew.
like
So
you guys keep hyping up Shanks' crew so much, yet you never hype up Rockstar. I wonder why. Could it be you're
oh,
biased against the son of Rocksteady Zebek himself? I
mhm.
wonder.
Puff, I think what the bias is Rockstar wasn't in that anime only Blackbeard versus Shanks Pirates lineup. Which I feel the need to let people know that was anime only. That's not a fucking canon lineup.
No, it's not. All right, let's get a close up. All right, like, did we make any missteps? You think?
Of course not.
All right, let's just go. Let's
We've
just
done
go
no
over
wrong.
once over. Like, is there anything wrong with
Well,
like, is
Puff,
there
there's a
any?
lot of things where it's so broad we could go a lot of ways with it.
Well, yeah, it's true. You can interpret a lot of things each in this way, but like, is there anything that's like glaring?
I don't think so.
Yeah. Okay. Perfect list. Perfect list. Thank you for joining me. And also,
Yeah.
subscribe to Evil Puff. I guess I have to say that at the end of every video now. Now that I'm, I
At the
now that my
very
main channel,
end.
now that my main channel's making money, I kind of want to get Evil Puff up there too.
You want to get the low effort one up there?
Yeah,
Although,
I
dear
do.
God, this one took more effort than it fucking should have.
I know that's totally my fault for like destroying the first two recordings.
That's
So sorry.
fine. It's
Oh,
fine.
wait, no, before we leave, let's rename all the tiers to something funny. Okay, E
The last.
tier. Uh hot stuff. Cause
Sure.
Tashigi, Tiger, and Olympus are all
It's
hot.
got big fucking titties.
D tier,
You should just call it Kraken tier, 'cause it's just they can't beat the Kraken.
Kraken, can fight oven. I guess we'll just put like um Whitebeard Division Commanders. Whitebeard
Division.
Division. Here's S for
Nice.
Samurai, Continent level
Mhm.
baby, and better feats than Jack.
Oh yeah. Fuck you, Jack. You didn't beat kid. I love how like we let our bias seep in every now and then with like CP0 or Virgo, and then at the end we just gave up and said, "Fuck you, Rockstar is the strongest character."
uh, well, I mean, we
What's
didn't let our
funny?
bias CP0 wasn't biased. He literally beat Drake.
Yeah.
That's literally
No,
what
Buff, what
happened.
I like is even with how brain dead this is, I still think this is better than that insane King of Lightning one we found.
Dude, that one he wasn't even trying. He literally put snacks above your rogue for like
No,
no
he did
reason.
that a lot. No, there was like 8 different times on his list where he put the loser of a fight above the winner, like directly, like right next to each other. It's
It
like,
was so
do you
weird.
forget? Like sometimes it seemed like he just forgot how the fight ended.
Well, I mean, to be fair, like it wasn't just his list. Like I think he was trying to like combine the opinions of everyone in that chat, which I guess is just gonna
Uh-huh.
be weird no matter
Yeah,
how. Yeah.
but that means everyone in that chat is fucking stupid.
I mean, I guess like maybe they were just they were like organizing them within the tiers, maybe. Or at
No, they
least not
were.
to
Because they
not
talked
to like
about
a
that.
specific degree, I guess.
Or maybe they just didn't care about certain characters.
Yeah, that's definitely the explanation. That seems to make the most sense. All right, so let's just say a bunch of stuff that would probably annoy people. Sai is stronger than Jack. Pika is stronger than all of the Supernova besides Killer.
Mm-hmm.
Uh,
Smoker is stronger. No, fuck that. Caesar is stronger than half of the
Pepe.
Scabbards.
Smoker can beat Oven.
Page one and Oven. Um,
Uh,
Kairos can beat Barto. No, it's not a hot take. People think
yeah, that's
Kairos is
not a hot
strong.
take. Moria can kill
Moria
Moria can
can
kill
kill
Usopp.
Senior Pink.
Mr. Octopus is stronger than Dellinger. I know you Dellinger fans are really gonna hate that one. All
Dude,
three of you.
Challenger fans are stupid, to be fair.
Yeah. Dellinger fans, I think, are just horny and don't want to admit it.
Oh, yeah, they are. They're just repressing it hard.
Yeah,
Tashigi can beat a pacifista. Fisher Tiger can't beat the Kraken.
Arlong can't beat non-drugged Hody.
Obviously.
Sober, let's call him Sober Hody. I like that name.
Hmm.
Uh, what else is funny to say? Rockstar beats Doflamingo.
It's because he does.
Momo beats Jack probably. Mr. Bowler Hat from CP0 beats most the Supernova.
Virgo is stronger than a decent chunk of the Supernova.
Ezo 2.
Virgo is stronger than Oven and Perospero.
Chopper is stronger than all the Germa and most of the Scabbards.
Perfect. Flawless.
Yeah, alright, love it. Alright, good night.
Night Puff.